we're live.
Ooh.
Recording started. Love to see it.
Let me take myself and you're into an abuse test.
Oh yeah. All right. There we go. Right.
Welcome to the Rock Show with Connor Farrell. Today,
Welcome indeed.
our guests are Tegan and Matt from Boreas.
Boreas.
Boreas?
Yeah.
I believe it's pronounced Boreas.
I believe. Well, I don't know. Last time I heard,
Boreas.
people usually say Boreas. I think.
People intentionally
Ooh.
say brass.
Yeah.
They say Boreas?
Boreas. Yeah, that's the one we hear a lot.
Fuck them.
Yeah. It's the
Exactly.
message of all those people.
Yeah, literally.
That's domestic violence. That's harassment. Don't call
We
me.
don't support that in the scene. Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Better.
Don't call them Boreas.
You said you got a flight in the morning. Where you headed?
I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, sweet.
Woo.
All right, nice.
Say hi to our guys in part two.
Yeah, we know some of the scene out there.
We got homies in part in Vegas.
You got homies.
We got music homies. Yeah.
Holy show me's. We'll get them on the fucking pod.
Well, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So real quick, question. I've got my question device. What is your name?
My name is Tegan. I'm the vocalist in Boreas.
I'm Matt. I'm the lead guitarist and co-songwriter in Boreas.
Ooh.
Co-songwriter.
Is that a word?
Sure. Yeah,
word?
why not?
Hey, there you go. So now, question number 2. You can answer this for the band, and then you can answer it for you individually. What is your cool fucking backstory?
Go ahead.
So, like, how we got into music and whatnot. I was just bored one day, avoiding doing my probation workbook. And so I was just like watching music documentaries, and I remember watching this one Nirvana documentary on YouTube, and it talked about a lot of their influences and stuff, like Black Flag and that whole scene. And so that's kind of how I first got into that, and I just found it inspiring because I was someone with no musical talent whatsoever. Like, I knew how to play 0 instruments whatsoever, and I just was under the impression that I could like pick up a guitar and just like teach myself, and that was punk rock. So I just fell in love with the scene as soon as I found out about it, and that's kind of my story.
For the band or for you?
That's just how I started like the band, because
Oh.
I just decided to start this. So
Well, for me, my super cool fucking backstory. I've always been around music. You know, my dad's a musician, and I don't think there was ever a time where I wasn't near a guitar. And I've been musically involved for about 10 years now. And it was only in like 2 or 3 years ago where I touched base with him and we kind of started working together and renovated a lot of his band sound. So I like to say we work a lot more efficiently than we did before, and I enjoy what we do. And I wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
amen to that.
Yeah, it's fucking tight. Yo.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So what was kind of that difference? What was it like before you joined? It'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole world different before Matt joined. I mean, he really was one of the game changers for us. Up until he joined, I was considering disbanding the band just because I was having so much trouble with the other members, just with work ethic, and I was like, I just couldn't handle them. They seemed like they weren't interested and lazy and stuff like that. And then our lead guitarist left, and Matt had been waiting to join because
Waiting to join?
Yeah,
Was it waiting to join?
Well, like, because he just wanted to join the band, but we didn't really have any spots for guitar.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
During the early stages of the band in November of 2020, he actually hit me up to be the drummer.
Yeah,
and I
originally wanted to be a
politely
drummer,
said no because I didn't know who he was. So I think it's funny how a year later I became the lead guitarist.
Yeah, but he had like let me know if a spot ever opened up that he'd be interested. So as soon as our lead left, I just let him in, and it was just all different from there on out. He basically just stepped up and decided to like handle the other lazy fuckers in the band, and he kind of whipped them into shape a little bit. And like the Matt Rilge training program, but yeah, no, I mean, he's been a huge help, and like he said, he's like the co-songwriter at this point too. Like we at this stage in Boreas, we write most of the songs together.
I produced the past few releases, our album,
that's the other big thing,
the last EP, and soon we want to take it to a professional studio because I don't know if I want to do self-producing anymore, but that's always going to come in handy.
Yeah, he produced our album and our recent EP on his phone. So.
Oh really?
I had an iPhone 5 at the time because the MacBook I was using kind of crapped out on itself. So the iPhone 5 GarageBand with one of the lowest updates kind of came in handy, and I do a lot of my work on the computer now. So, you know,
a lot in that GarageBand.
Yeah, GarageBand is kind of sometimes it's been an embarrassing thing to express that I use, but it really works. In the best scenarios.
Yo, I've had shit where we've known like a guy and been like, oh yeah, come in my studio, it's my garage, and we'll record. He's got all this fancy shit, and then at the end of the day, you're like, it sounds like ass. I had some shit we did on GarageBand. I'm like,
oh yeah, we've come across mediocre studio work sometimes.
Oh, definitely, yeah. No, it's definitely more about the producer. Yeah, I mean, producer counts.
Yeah. So have you always been into producing, or like?
Honestly, no. I think it just came along sometime because, you know, when I first started like playing guitar and everything else, because I do other instruments, everything was self-taught to me. I refused to really seek someone to help me learn how to play, and I wanted to do it the way that some people wouldn't do it. I guess I don't know how to say it, but self-producing just came along sometime, and you know, I had an old iPad, and I started covering Nirvana songs on the old iPad, and that's when I really wanted to do more original stuff. I just didn't know how to produce properly. So I think I actually learned how to like start producing better a couple years ago, and it really came in. I really had to up my game when I started doing it for Boreas and any other band I was in the past couple of years. So I don't know. It's a long. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That too.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Cogent point. Damn. So what's like, what are you guys working on right now? Like is it like gigging?
Oh, it's all kinds of stuff right now.
Long list of.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were kind of taking a break for a while just because,
we had like 6 or 8 month hiatus. Just about.
Yeah, like 6-month hiatus almost. I mean, so Boreas is a 5-piece, of course, and so it's me and him and then 3 other guys. And the 3 other guys, up until recently, were just like totally like lazy and didn't match our work ethic. And
we wanted to move forward without them.
Yeah, it got to the point where like we literally couldn't get anything done unless we kicked them out. So that's what we had to do, and we have you know, much better musicians now with us that work out better for us, and so that happened about a month ago that we replaced all the members like simultaneously, and so new lineup completely, and we sound a lot better. We are working on doing our first show in September. We're scheduling it on Monday, so that'll be announced soon. Like our first show with them, and then we're also like in the middle of recording album number 2, so a lot of big things.
Damn. Okay. What was that process like? Cause it hurts to think about like when I've had to like find new people, but there's always like, how do you swap out in like a month? Like, you know, not in a month, but like all in the same day.
Yeah, it was just, you know, spamming Craigslist ads, reaching out to people we know all at the same time. You know, there was like this one Instagram account that was like affiliated with the scene that we had do an advertisement for us. So
yeah, shout out to Leo, Sacramento Punk Shows on Instagram.
Yeah. I believe one of the guys we got was actually just like a fan of ours.
Yeah, we got someone who's also in another great band and is now a rhythm guitarist and has an amazing singing voice.
Our new drummer we pulled from another band in the scene called Divided Youth, which is like a kind of similar styled like punk band.
LA 80s hardcore, Reagan youth type
stuff like that. And then our bass, we got bassist off Craigslist, right?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, bassist off Craigslist. You know how it goes.
We had a couple people.
How many notes can they play?
How many notes can you play?
How many notes can they play? Can they play more than like 2 at a time, or?
Oh yeah. No, they're way better than they need to be. Yeah. So
Yeah, no,
that's
they're-
good. Yeah.
our rhythm guitarist, I'm just gonna say this out of pure respect. He's really on point with learning our instrumentation, and it's kind of surprising us because he's learning a lot faster than anyone else.
Oh, he's a legend. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no. Either way, big things because we just basically replaced our whole band. So we're pretty excited for what's coming.
We also really couldn't do much because we just graduated from high school in May, so it kind of had a lot of our time taken up. So
Yeah.
the summer kind of opened up a lot more opportunities for us, and we didn't want to let the band go to waste, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But in the meantime, like in between the Boreas hiatus, I was in another band in the scene called Tough Toenails, and that kind of split apart. And I formed another band called Tovidence, which is also sort of up and coming, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But
Dude, he formed his own band recently, and like they're working on putting their first show together. And it's crazy because like so many people know him in the scene that like he already has like a fan base. Like before, like
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
I've just collaborated with so many people in the scene to the point where some people rely on me to do like fill-in work or just come on to shows to hang out. But I've collaborated with a lot of people. People in Lodi, Stockton, even in Vegas.
Yeah.
Even people up in like Idaho or something. But
Yeah.
I like doing work with other people, but not sticking with them, I guess, because I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy doing work with many people.
What's that like logistics like when it comes to? Because I'm thinking about like when I was in high school. By the way, fuck you guys. Made me feel old.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like,
You
I was like, fuck,
You graduated 21, right?
dude, 2020.
2020.
Dude, how
Damn.
was that, dude? That was like during the
senior
pandemic,
year
huh?
pandemic.
Oh, dude, it was sick though because they froze my grades. Like they said, you couldn't go lower. They said
Oh,
you could only go higher. And so, like any class I had an A or a B in, I was like, "Fuck, I'm done."
yeah, exactly.
I get lucky. I get lucky. I was getting fucking wrecked. And then, like, I had a good week where my grades went up, and then COVID hit. I was like,
Yeah, they held no one accountable for that one
They
semester.
told us it was an extended break.
Yeah, they did like pass or fail for us, I think. Like if you got above 60%, it was just pass, yeah.
I don't even know how I passed it at the end of the year, dude.
Yeah, who knows, man.
Because we went to the same school, so that's how we kind of know each other.
Yeah.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah, we met at high school.
Junior year, beginning of junior year.
Yep.
I think one of the first things I said to you was, "When's Boreas playing next?"
Yeah.
Uh,
Little bit of a fan, like
Well,
up until we met.
I think when you first actually hit me up, I wasn't really like aware of who you guys were. Then I saw a couple of your guys' posts, and I'm like,
These guys suck probably because our first few shows.
I saw the first show, and I thought it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And, then I saw a couple other updates, and I'm like, maybe it's something I want to do. And then
Yeah.
I think we started like communicating more at the beginning of junior year.
what's that scene like though? What was it like? Because I have like a weird barometer because I like started the band in San Diego,
Mhm.
and now I'm moving to like Arizona. You want me to? I'll fucking swap it. There we go.
Cool.
No, but yeah. So I don't know. Like, how was the scene in Sacramento? Is it good?
Well, there's not much of a scene for the kind of music we play, unfortunately. I mean, there's a lot of cover bands. There's a lot of hard rock in Sacramento. There's a lot of pop punk and stuff like that. But for hardcore and like classic punk, there's like us and like fucking a couple other guys maybe. But like no one really gets
Same
any.
thing goes for like a couple other genres that I do because I'm in a post-hardcore band, and there's barely anything in Sacramento like that anymore. So it's like it's hard to really like relate to other bands, I guess.
Yeah, we don't really have any bands in the scene that we feel like we can really identify with, especially like on a cultural / like values level, because like Boreas like really stands out in the way that like we like promote the like defiant like angry punk image and stuff like that, and people just really aren't no, he's fine, he's good.
Okay.
And people just really aren't into that, it seems like, anymore. I think it's a generational thing too. I think it's just people are softer now, and it's just
It's fucking weird.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. So like, what is I guess what do you like? Because I would think normally like hard rock would be kind of like not as soft, and so maybe you play shows with them, but like how do you find people to like gig with, and who do you like really not fuck with? Like
That's the thing is we don't have like much of like many options when it comes to that. We just kind of have to take what we get, and we're usually not that happy with it, you know? Like, and as far as like audience members too, we'll get like a bunch of audience members that are there for our band, you know, that like hearing us play, but you know, besides that, that's my cat.
Yeah, his cat keeps yelling at us.
Besides that, though, it's really like, you know, just whoever you can pull off the street and whoever your friends know and stuff like that. And they're not into fucking punk rock, you know? So they go to my shows and they're like, you know, like, why is he screaming so loud and stuff like that?
Why does Tegan scream so loud? What's he screaming about?
Yeah.
Why is he so angry?
Yeah. It's
why is he fucking angry?
It's mostly the fucking 16-year-olds who are like, I'm so punk rock, I love punk rock, and they're, you know, spiking their hair up and stuff like that. They're
so
like,
straight edge.
why doesn't he sound like Green Day? You know, shit like that.
Hey, Green Day's good. Green Day's
like
good.
Green Day.
Yeah,
Green Day,
no hate against Green Day.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. What do you like? That's crazy. No, but what do you think that is? Because yeah, is it just generational? Because I mean, I had that here too. We were just like, there is a different category. Like there is kind of a scene, but they do that thing. They don't do what I do. It's a different thing. My thing is, like, you know, but like they have like soft shit that's kind of like, and it's like super generic and forgettable. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, it goes over you.
It's just watered down and seemingly meaningless, you know, and there's no, like, you can feel when a song or a band has like that angry, defiant, you know, like punk energy, you know, and like I don't think I've met a single fucking band in our scene that's like that other than us. So
we're not trying to dominate
maybe Divided Youth, they're cool, but
I want to say our drummer's other band, Divided Youth.
Yeah, I've never been to one of their shows, but I mean, from what I hear, they're pretty awesome.
I sang like one song with them a couple weeks ago, but I want to say they're like the closest relation we have to the same genre music because they give a shit and they like doing what they do.
Well, and it's just the fact that they're in it for the music. I mean, like most of the musicians I meet, especially like around our age, like are not in it for the music. Like they're in it for some sort of social status or, you know, shit like that.
Really?
Our first drummer that we had in Boreas even admitted to me when he left the band that the reason he was leaving is because he knew he wasn't going to get any pussy with this genre of music. Like he literally openly admitted.
Wait, people are getting pussy in the other genres? That shit sucks.
Exactly, dude. I got to make a change too. But
dude, that's hysterical. No, do what you like to do and then figure out how to get pussy doing that.
Dude. Gotta have both, best of both worlds.
Yo, that's so crazy. That's fucking wild.
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes down to the fact that we're in it for the music and because we truly like punk rock and, you know, what it was back then and everything. Yeah. And we haven't really found many people where we really seems like are on that same level, you know?
They're all in like different cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild because it feels like I'll like find, like, I don't know if it's like punk, but I think it's what you're saying, like the in it for the music thing.
Yeah.
There's a band I really like, and I feel like I find bands on Instagram. And I'll like find them like, oh, but you're on the fucking other side of the country, right?
Yeah.
Or you're
You can find random bands everywhere, yeah. But as far as here goes, I haven't found.
I'll find like, oh, that band's good. They're in fucking Norway. I'm like,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're like,
no, if you look hard, you can find good bands everywhere. It's just a matter of how hard you look for sure, and especially if you broaden your search. Yeah,
have you guys had to go like when it came to like Vegas? Like, what's your relationship there? Because I haven't gigged there at all.
You can say that. I've never been to Vegas.
So he joined like the day after our Vegas show. So, but we were invited up there by the band we know, Part 2 in the Electric Boogaloos, because they came down to play one of our shows with us, and it went well, and we kind of like became good friends with them through that. So they invited us up to Vegas to play a show, and the Vegas people really liked it, and Vegas is still like, I think we still have like almost as many Vegas listeners as Sacramento listeners.
We have a lot of listeners around the country.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, Vegas really likes us in particular.
Wasn't there like a whole different country that likes us a lot? What was the country?
Well, our recent EP did well in Slovakia. I know they got a few different listeners in one town.
Slovakia represent.
So, yeah.
Dude, I don't know about you. You know what's crazy? The thing you're saying about it's generational? Fucking Britain. Like the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, for some reason, anytime I'm like, oh, where's a lot of like good bands or just like this, you know, less of the pussy shit, they still have it there. You know, the soft, like, but like But there's shit like in Britain, and there's like chicks and guys and just like people our age, you know, who are like into like, I guess I kind of like, that's where I think the difference between like rock and just kind of like music, right? I'm like rock is that like thing I like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's where I'll be like, oh, well, this band's more like indie, but like if they're like start screaming and do some like wild shit, then they got I'm not really like concerned with genre, just more I guess it's that intent. Right?
Intent, yeah, exactly. It's really just rock and roll. Yeah, it's not even punk rock in particular. Rock and roll in general has this you know, like
fucking rock. You're fucking rock and roll, baby. Like,
yeah, and you're supposed to have that attitude if you're gonna be like a rock and roll band. If you know, yeah, it just seems like all the kids that you know claim to start bands and stuff and be in rock bands and stuff today, it's like they're like the opposite of the rock and roll ethos, and so it's just like you know, yeah, frustrating.
It's fucking lame because you're like, bro, get a fucking sample off of SoundCloud, write some shitty lyrics, either sing it, get your other friend to rap.
Yeah.
Now the two you can get pussy, which you're not. Well, you could. I mean, you could get it. It's probably in spite of the fact that you're a SoundCloud rapper. Not
there's people who are into all kinds of those people. So.
Oh yeah. I'm about to get my SoundCloud pussy, guys. You need some way.
Imagine paying for like extra stuff on SoundCloud.
What do you mean?
like the extra unlimited like.
Oh yeah, that's a stupid app to pay for.
Dude.
I only use SoundCloud just to post like random demos to show him.
Yes.
Because we got too many demos right now.
Yeah, the Boreas SoundCloud page is all of our unreleased shit, technically.
Is it?
Well, it's like unlisted, but.
Right. I don't know.
Unlisted?
Yeah.
Put that shit on OnlyFans. Like,
exactly.
I mean,
$6.99 a month.
We're both adults, so you know.
Yep.
You should make this might be an awful idea, but you start getting bitches. You get OnlyFans girls, invite them to the shows, and have something called like the after party after, right? Or like the green room backstage.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them all to start fighting.
No, we were joking. We were gonna like each like get a roster of hoes, right? And then we're gonna invite them all, like even the conflicting ones that hate each other to the show, and we'll have the sickest mosh pit by announcing that we're fucking all of them at the same time, you know?
Yep.
Perfect.
Well, here's the thing. You just get a roster of hoes. You get them to come to the show. You say, oh, the sexy girls, come on stage, whatever. They hop up, girls sexy. But if you planted a fuck ton of hot girls, they're gonna come up. And then they're gonna be, oh my God, guess what? You know, you got a bunch of photos and videos of you with hot girls on stage. Right?
Literally.
That's what you do. Oh, you're posting.
They're all gonna pass out. They're all gonna like faint.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna win.
Get that. No, I'm saying, you know, you invite the OnlyFans hosts, they promote the show. You promote their OnlyFans at the show.
Exactly. Real pimp.
There's some simps in the crowd, bro.
You gotta call it Boreas fans.
Yeah, Boreas fans, yeah.
Boreas fans?
Yeah, we're starting a site, as a matter of fact. Great idea.
We're gonna build the site.
Yeah.
From the ground up.
Yo, XX.
We talked about the Boreas bake sale to help us fund our album as well. You know, if you can figure out what that means.
We're gonna make a bunch of donuts.
Yeah.
And send them out. We're gonna put Boreas on the donut.
Yeah, great idea.
With the big red Anarchy A.
Perfect.
There you go.
You can't even see.
Okay, so I want to ask you about this.
Okay.
The songwriting. Yep. I think, what was it? We're gonna break shit. I don't know if that was like the first song I heard. What?
Which version?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, I mean the songwriting. I think whatever one it was, but I just heard it and I was like, oh, that's good. Because I feel like I did this a little bit at the start too, but I think a lot of bands kind of do it, especially, or just a lot of like people when you're a musician and you're starting out in a band. You think like, oh, I have to write a song like this. This is how a song goes, and like here's the parts, and then you get like maybe one or two that are good out of that, but then like the next 8 are like shit. And you're like, what? And so, but I feel like you guys like didn't have that, or like there was rules that I had for like no fucking reason. I didn't even come up with them, but they were just like subconsciously like, can't do that. And then I heard you guys went.
Like you think like you heard the song and you thought like it was defying like the rules of your song.
Yeah, it made me realize that I had fucking retarded rules for absolutely no reason. They meant nothing. They literally
kind of rules were in your head
Kind
at
of
the
rules,
time?
Connor.
Shit, like, so you had, what was it? There's just a part where it says, down, but down, do, but do.
Yeah.
It just, I forget whatever, but like just like structure and little things. And I was like, yeah, of course. I'm like, that makes total sense. But for some reason, I just thought I was like, oh, well, the guitar is there, and then it stops, and then we got to do this, and it was completely stupid.
Yeah, no, I mean, God, I feel like my songwriting back then is like, the process was just so much different. Like it was just, yeah.
I feel like my songwriting ability like stretched out more when I even joined Boreas, to be honest, because
For sure, yeah.
I wrote a couple of the songs on the first album, and most of the songs we have right now are mine too. So some of them are.
About half, yeah. So album 2 is about half and half. Like some are my songs, some are his songs, and then some of them are like a combination.
Some is my music, some are your lyrics.
A very common
back and
thing
forth
for our songs now is like a lot of time he'll write the instrumental and then he'll send it over to me and I write like the vocal flow and the lyrics and stuff like that.
Then I'll not like the lyrics and I'll rewrite them myself.
He'll try to rewrite them and then I'll be like, he'll try and then I'll be like, no, we're doing it this way. And then
No, get overruled.
Yeah. You should see us in the practice room. We bicker the whole time. It's funny though. So
and everyone else is like,
yeah.
We have like a secret code that no one else understands.
Yeah, totally.
Because we work so efficiently.
Totally.
Well, I'll tell you, I really liked, what was it? She's Crazy. I was like, oh.
A lot of people like that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna. I think that one's gonna be a big one. We've only played it live once.
We played it once, and it.
But I'm hoping at the next show, which is gonna be a lot bigger, that we'll get like a good response from it because it'll be like the first like good live performance of it.
Yeah. That song was actually recorded like a few months after our first album, I think, because a lot of our recent EP. Sorry.
Got fucking Borat here. Borat ad.
Yeah, we like Borat at Boreas.
Boreat. What were we saying?
Our recent EP was like, it was recorded like around the time a couple months after we finished our debut album. So I think around the time we released it, me and him just came back to it and touched it up and mastered it so we can.
Yeah, I'd had that main riff in like my saved folder for like 2 years. Like I'd written that riff like 2 years ago.
You had it for 2 years?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I wrote it in 2021 around like September, I think.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. And I just didn't do anything because with songwriting, like you mentioned before, like we didn't have the, like random songs bullshit thing. Like I used to write like a crazy amount of songs a month, but I would throw out like most of them. And the ones I kept were like, we're going to break shit. They all want to hurt me, stuff like that. But I would just write a bunch and then I would just only like keep the good shit. And then like some of the like medium shit, I would just kind of like store for later, She's Crazy. I had for like 2 years, just like in my back pocket. And then one day I just like pulled it out and we just like kind of wrote it in a day. And,
Then I put a solo over it.
Yeah.
What She's Crazy was like combined writing with me and you because you wrote the verse riff.
You wrote the solo
chorus.
and you wrote the chorus guitar riff. Yeah.
See, that's us working together there.
Yeah. Collaboration. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Lennon McCartney, but cooler.
Definitely.
Damn. So what's your guys' like? You graduated high school, right? So what are you gonna do? And how does the band stay together?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna stay together as a band. I graduated in December, and I've just
he's an early grad.
Yeah,
he's that special.
Yeah, but I've been in college for criminal justice, and I work in security, and I'm going into a private investigation. So that's that, and then so I'm going to college and working, and
I think college is coming around sometime next year because school has always been a huge mental exhaustion for me, and I didn't really want to step back into another script of what to do next in life, But what I do want to do is, focus on a job, hold that down. I want to have music be a full career at some point, and then hopefully someday I can go to college for something that'll be worth going to school for.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah.
But
as far as Boreas goes, we're just gonna keep it as long as we can, I mean, as long as it's working out still,
forever.
basically. Yeah.
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 Yeah, no. I'm in the same spot. I had a big break where I had to reform the band.
Mhm.
And I did, and it was good. But then I fucking like moved.
Yeah.
And
So,
everyone else, yeah. And then everyone else moved too. And then you're like,
Heard about that.
so what
Yeah.
are you still like doing music of some kind over there? Or?
yeah. So I'm working, getting a new line. I mean, I've got everyone for it. We're good. It's just more. I just quit my job.
Nice. Well, he just
So
got fired. Oops. I always said that, but yeah.
I graduated college and I just quit my job, and I've got some ideas I'm working on, and hopefully I can be self-employed. That's the goal.
Self-employed in what regard?
In what regard? Making money, baby.
That's the secret. I'm in the same boat right now because like no other choice, So
yeah.
No,
I feel you, but yeah. So right now I'm kind of like, I guess my priority is more. Before I'm like, okay, I need to get the band together, and we need to rehearse, and then we're gonna play shows, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna get merchandise, and then I want a new logo, and then we're gonna do that. And then on and on and on. It digs deeper and deeper, and it keeps fucking going. Instead of taking that and like pulling the fucking string and going on that, I'm taking a second to just kind of like get all like the grown up shit out of the way.
Yeah, you gotta have a good starting point.
Yeah, I should probably like have like money for food. That'd be
exactly,
cool.
Yeah, because if you don't have that shit, you can just imagine once you actually start doing band shit how ridiculous it's gonna get.
Yeah,
because it always seems like it should be easy with band shit, and then there's always just a million unpredicted things that come up, and that's just how it works. Yeah.
So what do you think the move is? Do you think the move is, because that's what I found? I'll tell you, San Diego scene like sucked. Kind of like what you were describing. There's like some good bands, but then like things like died away to a certain extent. Like other bands like kind of like left that were like more like rock, right? And even there was a band that was like pretty soft, but like still like had that rock vibe, and like the intent was there, and they were good. But yeah, those were all like more around like pre-COVID, and then COVID fucking killed San Diego.
Yeah, no, I bet for sure.
Arizona's fucking, the scene's like crazy good. There's bands that fucking suck. They like really suck, and they make a lot of money and like sell a bunch of shirts and sell out shows. Like,
what city are you in?
What's up?
What city are you in?
Oh, like, so I'm gonna be in Phoenix. Right now I'm out of town. I'm in fucking San Diego for the week.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah. But then so then in Phoenix, and then I'm figuring out, I'll see what happens with business and whatnot, but I'm like, where do I want to be? After a certain point, I'm like, I could just move to fucking England. And then, because especially if I got like an online business, I can move to England and then just be like, hey, is it better music scene? But right now, I'm in Phoenix. I got a lot of family there.
Then you're going to start playing Britpop.
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
You become a Britpop artist.
England's always had like just overall.
That's where most of the punk inspiration came from.
I mean, yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. Dude, it's all Black Flag and Sex Pistols. No, I mean Buzzcocks.
Yeah, totally.
Dude,
I'd be definitely interested to see what England's like now, because I've heard like not much about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like completely popping over there. Because
I hate to tell you this, but the Queen's dead.
Okay, whatever. Forgot about that, low key.
Yo, no, dude. The King's alive.
Oh yeah, there's a king now. That's think about that part.
Boys, woo!
Now we gotta go to England to get knighted.
Yeah, we gotta get knighted.
Sir Tegan,
Sir Boreas. Happened, yeah.
Oh, Boreas.
Sir Boreas, Sir Farrell.
Sir Boreas.
Yep.
Damn. Okay, so I'm thinking like merch. No. I don't know. What's your So I guess here's what I'm getting at is I'm thinking it probably makes sense for me to stay and do the band in Arizona, get it like as big as I can get it there, get a bunch of momentum, then like get big on the internets.
Mm-hmm.
Big on the internets, and then maybe like 3, 4, 5 years from now, like see where I'm at.
Would the move to England come after that, or
Yeah, probably. It should probably, unless the business really takes off.
so
you
like you would start the band in Phoenix, and then
Yeah.
you would start with new members in England if it was successful.
Well, if it gets successful enough, they can fucking live off the band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can move to England. That's your full-time job.
That'd be sweet, man.
Yeah.
Internationally to join a band.
Okay, Scotland. Scotland has castles, dude.
There you go. Yeah,
Castles
play
are-
and pop and
Poland,
cast.
Poland, you can really get a castle for way cheaper. But
Probably, yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying, you could get a fucking castle in Europe. You can record. You could have musicians fly out. You could film shit.
The studio castle.
Imagine doing a music video outside of like a Scottish castle with like the green pasture.
We're
and
wearing
shit.
chainmail.
Yeah,
We gotta
literally.
wear chainmail.
In the
Sounds
fucking
nice.
castle, dude. And you know what my dream is? Get like a bunch, like get successful enough, right? And then get like 3 or 4 bands and all move in like a 20-room castle. Because then you have everyone help pay for like the fucking whatever, like the house.
We'll have like a long banquet table afterwards, you
It's
know.
gonna be like the Last Supper, but cool.
Yeah, it's gonna literally be like the last
it's
supper.
gonna be
Yeah,
the coolest.
You literally got a fucking compound.
literally.
The
You got livestock.
We're gonna have like a bridge with alligators under it, so no one else can get into it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, moat with alligators. Yeah,
A moat, is that what it's called?
a moat.
Gator.
Yep, motor gator.
There's gonna be like a butler, and he's wearing knight uniform.
Yeah, we'll have a whole team of people.
Mr. Boreas Tron.
Right.
Mr. Boreas. Butler.
Roadies, all the roadies must be butlers.
That's true. Good idea.
They're all gonna
Free
have
labor.
like weird mustaches and like weird haircuts.
Yeah, we got to give them like fake.
They're
curly
gonna look like
mustaches.
fucking Alfred from Batman.
Yeah, for real.
Whatever he looks
Yeah,
like.
Fredo.
They're all gonna be British too.
Well, that means we would have to get British roadies in advance.
You-
Wait for
It
the
can be arranged.
That's
It
not-
can be arranged.
It can be arranged,
It can't be right.
or we could just pay our American
Post.
to have a British accent. You know.
Have him go up the lift. Phone him on the telly.
Right.
Yeah, perfect. We could like set our amps up on top of one of the towers and like look out and play for the crowd down below.
Or Boreas.
Yeah, there's an echo.
There's a dramatic echo. That sounds super cool.
Super fucking cool.
That's what it is. This is cool.
What's like, okay, what's good music? What's bad music? What do you guys like?
So like sound wise, like I don't care, especially like now, like I've started caring less and less as the year goes on sound wise, you know. Like I'll fuck with everything. I fuck with, you know, I listen to a lot of rap, I listen to all kinds of rock music.
Give me names. I want names.
Names of like who?
Songs.
All right, bet. So obviously I listen to the obviously I listen to the punk rock shit. So, you know, my
What's
favorite
that?
most inspirational bands, probably Black Flag, SOA, Circle Jerks, probably Fear. Fifth one, I'll go with Descendants probably. So pretty much like, you know, like late 70s, early 80s shit. You know, DC, LA. I listen to like all kinds of rock music. I grew up on a lot of like 90s alternatives. So, you know, love the Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains, you know, Nirvana, stuff like that. Any kind of older rock, you know, I'm obsessed with the fucking Doors. Love them. You know, big inspiration there. CCR, you know, all those bands. I love 50s music, you know, Sinatra and Dean Martin as well. Those guys, you know, that style. Pretty much anything.
Same kind of thing for me. Like my music taste has expanded throughout the years. So every year it's something different. But with names, it's like, he got me into Black Flag and all the punk stuff really in the first place. Like I liked a few punk bands, but not as
Started taking it seriously once he
but with names, I have like a lot of favorite inspirations. Like Fugazi's gonna be one. Drive Like Jehu, Unwound, and like what he said, a bunch of like older bands, like older bands. I can't think of names right now, but
yeah.
Go on your whatever you listen to.
my Spotify. Yeah, I always got to do that whenever
Yeah,
someone
pull
asks
up
what I
your-
listen
pull up
to.
your-
I'm gonna do that right now.
Let's do a
You don't
playlist
have
check.
to. You don't have to.
Oh, I'm not gonna say mine. I'm just looking at mine. I would never say mine there. What?
Why wouldn't you? What's on there?
Random shit.
He has his own band's music in the playlist.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of half the reason well, not half, but you know, I mean, I wanted to make music that I thought would be good, that I could listen to.
Did I ever tell you there was one person at our school and their Spotify rap was all Boreas?
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
It was like a sophomore or something.
Probably,
I don't know.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
As it should be.
with older bands, there's a couple other inspirations that both influenced me with my work in Boreas and with my other band. Bands such as The Wipers, I already said Drive Like Jehu, SSD Control.
SSD is awesome.
Husker Du is a good
Solid,
influence. And then honestly, I even get some influences from like local bands in our area. Like I'm not gonna say the names of them, but
You're good.
Whoa!
honestly,
You're like, yeah,
You
yeah,
hate those bitches.
pay me for
Damn.
you gotta say your name. Yeah, I mean, honestly, local people influence me too, and even harder stuff like Pantera, stuff like that kind of reaches out to me more.
Yeah, totally.
See, like I said, my music taste expands like year by year. So, but I'm with him on like the 90s stuff. That was like kind of my first approach to music.
Totally. Yeah.
Was Foo Fighters and The Police. The Police are a good band too.
Police, great.
Stuart Copeland's the GOAT. But that's what's up. Yeah. My dad's gonna
Fucking
like
classic,
that.
dude.
My dad's gonna like that I said that.
Yeah, great song.
Oh my! Oh yeah, Roxanne.
I didn't find out what it was until I was like 14. That's when I found out what the red light really meant.
Oh,
So, as the host of the rock show, give us your top 5 rock bands. Any kind of rock.
Yeah,
top 5 rock bands, like
Any kind of rock. Yeah.
fuck,
shoot it. Go.
dude, that's hard. That's hard as shit. Yo, 5. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna go. Definitely Frank Zappa.
Nice.
Weasel Zappa too.
Yup. And Moon
Well,
Unit.
yeah, well, he's in there.
Moon Unit's the other kid.
Oh yeah, Moon Unit. That's the name of the.
Yeah.
Valley girl, she's a valley girl.
Yeah, both Frank and Dweezil are really good.
Yeah.
Bro, so we got Frankie, our boy.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra. No, okay, you said rock. I'm gonna take whatever I can. So we're gonna do Zappa. We're gonna do. Fuck, this is impossible. Okay, we'll go Zappa. I'm gonna go Queens of the Stone Age.
Nice.
White Stripes.
Yup.
Yo, this is mad hard.
Your turn to look at your playlist.
Trying to think. It's gotta be some prog band. It's gonna be what?
Rush.
I know I don't want to say Rush because I'm like, I love Rush, but they have a lot, like the ratio of good stuff to bad, but the good stuff's really good. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, is it Yes or is it Rush? And so
I would say Rush.
I would say like Zappa, White Stripes, Queens of the Stone Age. Oh, you know what? Cardiacs. Have you ever heard the Cardiacs?
No,
I don't think so.
Nope.
Fucking
Do they have like one hit song? I feel like they do.
no. This shit is great. It's fucking like punk
Where are they
rock.
from? Where are they from?
They're from England. It's weird, like aggressively British punk prog. It's fucking.
Punk
But
prog.
some of the stuff is amazing. There's this album. It's on fucking. You can find it on Apple, but
Okay.
it's called. Oh my god, I'm pulling it up. You'll understand why I have to pull up the fucking name of the album. Dude, it's one of them. Oh shit, Oingo Boingo. Yeah. So
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There we go. That's probably all.
Very solid list.
Yeah, Danny Elfman has a lot of amazing work.
Dude. Eddie Elfman's fucking.
Dude, Batman. That's his. I want to say that's one of his.
Brown, 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 brown. Oh, here it is.
A Little Man and a House and the Whole World Window. That's a nice name.
Dude, I'll tell you, first song,
Something
W.
you
Yeah.
But if you just listen to like the last 3 songs in there, Victory Egg, I would say RES, if you listen to that one, that's probably like their craziest, like best song.
Eating in Bed. That's
Awesome.
a great song name.
Dude, I'm sending you a link to this shit.
Dude, all those
Awesome.
songs relate to my everyday life.
Fully expecting to shit myself listening to it.
But here, seriously, you're gonna, for some reason it's called pop. I'm like, bro, I would make like, everyone who listens to like what you're saying, like all those bands and shit.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be like, "Yeah, what is this? Why is
Literally.
he screaming? Why is it dissonant? Why
Anything
is it
that's not
dissonance in the music?
produced for simple ears, yeah.
How do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's so you guys don't show any love to the '80s? What the fuck? Come on.
Like, in what way?
I asked you music, and you guys are like '90s.
A lot of the punk stuff's in the 80s, I guess.
80s.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
That's where we
As
kinda,
far as like more mainstream music goes, for like 80s rock and stuff like that, I mean, I don't know if I have that many. That's true.
really
I mean,
like
You
mainstream.
got your.
Mainstream I mean, like Motley Crue's like pretty
I
good,
was gonna say yeah.
but yeah, you know.
You got fucking.
Bands?
80s bands like other than punk.
Yeah, like more like mainstream rock.
Oh, dude, Scorpions.
I wouldn't say they're 80s, but they kind of were a part of the 80s. There's this band Supertramp that kind of
Oh yes.
in the good mood listening to it.
Okay.
I'll play this again because I kind of forget. Supertramp is a good band. What else? I have to scroll down super fast in my
Dude,
playlist.
your playlist is huge.
I'm sorry. It's
That's a sign of strength.
huh?
It's a sign of
It's
strength.
a sign of strength.
Yeah, it's a thumb workout, dude.
Workout.
Scrolling up.
This guy probably has the
There's this
strongest
band from the
fingers.
80s called the Minutemen. And
Minutemen, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
they were part of the punk scene, but also had their own thing. Like they combined funk
Yeah,
and just like weird crap with punk energy. And I think
that's a good one.
I think their album "Will Make Some Men Start Fires" is one of the greatest of the era.
It's
Same
fucking slept on.
You what?
They're slept on.
Yeah.
That was like I found out of this, and no one. Do you think it's because every song is like a fucking minute? And like I know that's the name, but like still, you're just like, just write one, just write a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
A couple other bands. I mean, I'll listen to Sublime off and on, but they're not really 80s, but they're still good vibing music, I guess.
Yeah.
Meat Puppets. Meat Puppets have a good home.
Yep.
What else? Van Halen is always going to be a good, always going to be a good source of music for me.
What album you listening to?
5150.
Ah.
What else? Bill Withers.
Oh, there you go.
He's the GOAT. What else? Do you have any in mind?
No, I don't.
There is this one artist that I used to really want to make music like, but I couldn't ever do it. Jeff Buckley. Jeff Buckley was a solo artist that I've always dug the music of, and I thought he was a huge inspiration to me. And I thought, man, if he can sing that crazy, I can sing that crazy, and I can't. So
And you can't.
I try to play like him, but I
But
can't
the
really.
inspiration was there. That's what counts.
I tried when I was like 13, and I failed so bad.
Yeah.
But,
You got plenty of time though. That's like, I swear to God, I've never heard a full John Mayer song. When I hear him
I
talk,
refuse to listen to John Mayer. It's just a personal thing.
dude.
Too blues.
Oh no.
But when I hear him talking about like writing music and like guitar and like songwriting and all that kind of shit, I'm just like, fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I have no clue what the fuck you sound like, but I'm just like, respect.
His methods are good, but like I've only seen videos of him going like, whenever you play guitar, you just start playing random blues licks. Like, no, you're
No, that's not. It's no bueno.
No.
Yeah.
No boy.
I feel like he's. I don't want to say he tries too hard, but I just feel like the ego. I feel like the ego is real when it comes to him. I guess.
That's
Just
fair.
in case John Mayer hears this, John, I love you. I listen.
I really don't want you to come at me. You don't need to waste your time.
Yeah, you can come to our show if you want. If you want.
Pull up to 8204 Brush.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Boy, pop on a record real quick.
Yeah, we'll have to do a feature.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Make him sing. Don't give him a guitar.
Yeah.
He's like, no, my guitar, my
Backup
strat,
vocals.
my strat.
The Stratocaster. What do you guys rock? Like,
Guitar wise.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
I mainly rock Gibson SGs, and I've gotten a few new purchases in the past few months. But throughout my time in playing with bands like Boreas and a couple others, I played Gibson SGs, I played a Fender Jaguar, and I now play an Ampeg Dan Armstrong, which I think was a very rare find. But my first guitar will always be a Strat, and I still love the guitar. I didn't click with it as well as I did with my Gibson. So, you know.
We do know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know because you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Are we talking about like equipment too, or just guitars?
Let's talk gear.
So you don't really have any.
Well, I mean, I'm just the vocalist, so
he'll take what he can get.
Yeah, like ever since I stepped down from doing like a guitar position.
Show me your guitars. Show me your guitar.
I have. Hold up.
We have early Boreas era.
This was the first Boreas guitar. There's sticker on. Yeah, we do right there.
You might remember this from the first few performances.
And then this is my Epiphone Les Paul, the official Boreas guitar. See if I can get it all in there without the filter. There we go. And so that's pretty sick. But ever since I stepped down from my guitar position and just became vocals, I don't really like,
He takes what he can get.
I take what I can get, and I pretty much just play guitar to like write our songs now. So it doesn't matter as much.
And he's farted on 2 of my microphones.
Yup, absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah.
With me, I've had a couple different amps the past couple years with my band experience, but right now I run a Mesa Boogie combo, which is kind of like my practice amp, but for shows I run a Bugera head, which is kind of like a copy of a Vox or a Marshall, and I just run it through a normal cab. And pedals, I don't really use many pedals anymore, but just natural gain is where it's at.
Yeah.
Like I've used a couple of pedals recording the Boreas album, like a wah, a fuzz, a chorus, but I don't bring them live because I really just feel like the natural distorted sound is where it's at. And
yeah,
I don't like I have to bring that stuff around, but I also don't want to, like I don't want to bring all the extra clutter like pedals.
Yeah.
So I mostly keep it studio exclusive, but yeah,
Yeah. Do you have a backup guitar in case you break a string?
Many.
Some of them I don't use. Only 3 of them I use. So the backup guitar has varied from my Epiphone SG and my Fender Jaguar, but now it's probably going to be the Epi and the Dan Armstrong, because I'm using a Gibson SG now with P90s in it, and I think it sounds amazing. And that kind of sounds a lot different than my guitar tones have usually sounded before, and I like it. So everyone's like, "Why'd you get another guitar of the same kind?" I'm like, does it matter?
I kind of thought the same thing, dude.
Why do you care? You can't say anything. You don't play guitar.
Exactly. Yeah. But he has many.
I have a lot of random instruments that I probably shouldn't even have, but I do.
I have the same thing. I literally, every time I go into my room, I'm like, oh yeah. Because then people will be like, oh yeah, I should donate this to Gubba. I'm like, they're like, it's fucked up. My little sister played on it. It's got stickers, My Little Pony. I'm like,
yeah, I refuse to let anyone touch my very valuable instruments because
he's one of those.
Yeah. What?
He's one of those.
No, it's like specific instruments. It's specific instruments that I have like.
Yeah.
I don't even
know.
Well,
if you have that many, you probably have like a few that are like special.
3, 2. But everything else is fine. Most of my extra instruments are in my closet right now because I have no other room for it. And since I'm moving soon, I need to buy more like racks and stands for them because I can't leave them laying around on the wall.
Yeah. How many cases do you have? Like that's my
4.
Only 4?
I have like 7 or 8 guitars. I have 4 cases.
I thought you.
No, that's better than me. I've got like 7 or 8 guitars.
Like 20, dude.
That's my dad, dude. That's not me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still probably gonna buy another one in the next couple weeks because I don't know.
What's the next purchase?
Probably just a P bass.
Cool.
because I need a better bass.
Yeah, better than the Boreas bass.
Mm-hmm.
You're recording, you're like, fuck this bass.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't do what I want it to do anymore. You know?
Yeah, I had that problem. I've completely flipped. I was like all analog, and not even for good reason. Just because I heard like people were like, "Yeah, you gotta do that." I realized analog's not worth it unless I've got a fucking stack, and I realized I didn't have a car that was big enough.
No, the stack is where it's at.
Yeah, even a half stack, but I realized I don't have fucking room for it.
I used to have a really good Marshall half stack. I got it for free from my dad's friend, and I was like 12, and I had it. Then I got sold without me knowing. So,
Man,
yeah,
Dude, feels man.
we needed the money, and I'm still a little bit upset over it, but I didn't really use it that much.
Oh yeah.
the mob was demanding it, so
The mob-
you know, shit had to be done.
They wanted it for horrible reasons.
Yeah.
Dude, you fucking fiending. Take the fucking hat. You stack.
My stack, I need it back. I still have one, but I want that one. It was this weird Marshall head with like a bunch of like I think 40 knobs on it. I don't even know how many there were. But it was a billion that I barely even knew how to work with.
Can I get some? I'm a little
Some of
hungry.
the knobs.
Some of the knobs?
Knobs are
Yeah.
sweet.
No, you can't.
Yo. No. Fuck,
Packard.
I still have it. I got this fucking whatever AC30 box, right? And I have like all these pedals and I would pump them through it. And it would sound like total dog shit because there's not enough headroom for any of the fucking pedals. And then I would like go to rehearsal space and like whatever use their stack and it would sound fucking sick. But I'm sitting there like, I can't bring a stack to a show. These fucking pedals sound like shit in my amp that I actually can bring. So I just got a fucking digital. I got like an old ass Line 6 or whatever from
Boo.
like.
Yeah. Boo.
No, dude. It sounds fucking way better.
Oh, really?
Helix or-
Nice.
Oh yeah, I swap instantly. I go from like super clean, plinky, like funk, country sound to instantly I can go to like classic rock. Then I can go to like punk, and then I can go to fucking Pantera.
Nice.
And so I just click it because it's all digital, and it's got a built-in. I hit the fucking thing for like, I think the amp I got for like 300, and then I got like the foot switch for like maybe 50. But that is so much like better than everything else. And then I'm like, yeah, sell a guitar, buy that shit. Then I can pull up to a show, and I don't care if anyone spills on it, breaks it. It's fucking cheap.
Yeah.
I've also, this is a life hack. I'm just discovering I found my first guitar like when I started trying to learn when I was like 9 or something.
That's when I started playing too. When I was
I
9.
had a fucking mini Squire though. Mini Squire. And I just took it out of the case because I didn't realize I still had it. Bro. Shit sounds fucking nice. It's got like a solid Strat sound.
Ow, dude.
I was like, dude.
Mini Strats are like weird.
You know what I'm saying? I realized I'm like, wait a minute. If I can shred good on a normal guitar, this one's just easier to shred on. And so I'm sitting here like I can get a bunch of these for whatever. What I don't know what they cost now, but I could get like
Probably 100.
Yeah, I could get like 5 of them in different tunings and then just come up with infinite songs and have like crazy riffs, pull a Soundgarden.
You
There
said
you
you
go.
said it was a mini Strat?
Yeah. Mini Squire.
Mini
Dude.
Strat.
see.
Stratocaster. We're gonna find out how much they cost now.
Dude,
Was it like an Affinity or just
whatever the cheapest was.
most of them are like there's one that goes for like $55, but that's probably just because it's old.
Yeah.
But most of them are like 100,
Oh,
130.
no. But still, dude, there's a fucking in Phoenix, there's a guitar shop called Zim's. And this place is fucking
Zim's?
Like
Zim's.
ZYN Zins.
No, Zim's, not fucking Zim's.
It would have been a lot cooler, you know.
ZIM, like Vader.
Dude, Invader's in. Yo.
Guitar shop, bro.
Dude, I need my chewing tobacco. Fucking. Fuck. I can't even remember a name of anything for that show. I just remember that noise.
Oh, the robot or the alien?
Dude, fucking anything. I don't remember anything.
What was it?
My memories are fading away as I enter a deep, dark, depressive state.
I turned
Yeah.
18 and everything just went away.
Fist bump.
Yo, I feel you. It's fucking weird. I'm like, man. And I'm like, damn, you're not even like 21. You're still like, fuck.
I don't feel like
Everything's fading away.
yeah.
Definitely feels like that. I felt the change like overnight when I became 18.
Really?
Like, swear to God, dude. Like, I felt like I became like from a child to a man, like within that week. Like, literally.
I feel like I felt a little bit of change, but I still felt like the little guy I used to be.
Little guy. Yeah.
Little guy with all my young teenage resentment to
Funny
every
little guy,
Resentment.
little goofy, little silly, little fun little guy. And
And you
then
can see that.
A lot of people. He has a nice reputation around town.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Tegan said you're your local legend.
Yeah, I didn't even know
A
he
little
said
bit.
that.
I was kind of exaggerating.
That's mainly just because
he's well known though.
That's mainly just because of how much I collaborate with people and how many people like refer to me when they're needing a fill-in or needing someone to do work on like an album.
Every band in this scene tries to get him in their band. Like, swear to God, like every rock band knows he's the shit around here, and they try to get him.
I just know too many people. I talk to too many people.
Yeah.
I feel like after each Boreas show, I've at least talked to like a bajillion people, and I have to like run around the venue.
He's another reason why he's a good asset is because he's like much more of like an extrovert than I am, and I get like very tired of dealing with people in the scene very quickly, and I don't like the whole social aspect of being in a band. Like, I just really don't.
I never even liked being an extrovert. I talk too much.
But he just like he gets along with people in the scene well though, so like that's kind of like one of his jobs too, is just kind of like socializing with the other bands and shit and making those connections,
making connections, like shows and people to play with.
Like he's mostly the guy with the friends in other bands. Because that's like
you have zero friends because you suck.
Because I don't talk. Yeah, I'm just not interested in talking to people. But I mean, yeah, it's like human resources right here.
It's like he's the loner and I'm the savior, the holy savior.
Yeah.
Whoa. So what do you? Yeah, I guess. Do you think the scene's gonna get like better, or what's?
Nope. Because I just think it's directly tied to our culture and Gen Z culture, and as long as Gen Z keeps going down the shithole, so is most music. I mean. Again, like we said, you're always going to have good bands no matter what. I mean, as long as, it depends on how underground you go.
I haven't heard any yet, especially not in this, interview.
Yeah. No, I mean, mainly, there's people who can play fucking great music still. I mean, it's not even a sound thing. I can find a ton of bands that sound fine, but it's the culture. I think that's going to go downhill.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I see a little bit of a bifurcation. Like I see it splitting off. Like I see like there's a little subset that's coming along. And I think you can peel some people off from like the pop punk, like TikTok. Because there's still a part of those people who want to be like, yeah, well, there's a bunch of girls sharing TikToks of MGK. But then one of them's like, yeah, but I want to be like edgier than everyone else. I want to outdo them.
Yeah.
Come over here. Come listen to the people screaming. Come onto this side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you can? Do you have a strat for getting people out to your shows?
For getting, I'm not sure we really have a strategy. I mean, we're gonna do a lot of flyers and
ultra mega promotion, sending it to a lot of people. Like, for example, the guy at Sacramento Punk shows. People usually send him like show flyers and stuff, so we could probably do that. We did it for a couple of our.
We should have other people promote for us, just people we know. I mean, all we can really do pretty much.
And we plead them to please share it. Yeah. Share it everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Tell your grandma, tell your brother.
We're thinking of running around like downtown Sacramento at night though, and like hanging up a bunch of flyers on like every corner like the night before. Just to, no one gives a fuck though. I mean, if we do get caught, whatever,
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, no Boreas in Sacramento.
Yeah.
More like boring ass.
Yeah, for real. Hate those guys, but yeah.
Boring.
I mean, like we were just talking about this yesterday, like mine and his band, for example. Like in his band, they play like a different style of music than we do in Boreas, but we're
similar meetings,
but we're still gonna like tour and play shows and promote together because our message is still similar. Like I said, the sound thing has become such a non-issue to me. Like I will play shows with people of any music genre, as long as they're like, you know, a little bit culturally similar to what we're doing in Boreas. You know, that's what really matters.
I'm
to
just
us.
always, I'm just always around music, so I feel like
Yeah.
I can't really be detached from it, I guess, you know.
Like, even though he's not playing like, you know, like hardcore punk, you know, he's still like, you know, his songs are about a lot of the similar stuff as in our band. So
I mean, I feel like it's sort of easy to tell, but also not. Like both me and his songwriting messages, like there's a couple of the songs that we have where you could probably tell it's written by someone else.
there's definitely a difference, but like, you know, I mean, the themes are similar, and that's what counts.
Like you can tell it's a Boreas song or just a song written by Farrell G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if it was a much different genre, like if we got some, you know, like, I don't know, like some like, you know, 60s like psychedelic rock band, you know, whatever, some random genre that's like nothing like punk, you know, if their messages were similar to us, we would play shows with them over, you know, the hardcore band that, you know, fucking screams about voting for Joe Biden, you know. I mean,
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
yeah.
I don't really think we ever had a song about a specific president or like.
No, because when I do political songs, I try to keep it broad. You know?
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, well, that was just funny though. But yeah, when we do politics, we just kind of like keep it broad.
If you hit a specific governor, like, it will overlook it.
I will say this though, there's gonna be a lot more shit talk on album 2. Like a lot more shit talk.
It's gonna be like,
it's gonna be like half shit talk about fucking everything.
I feel like a lot of it is personal, like personally directed to them too.
Dude, we have songs about personal beefs. We have more political songs on that album. You know, we have more, you know.
Don't get stabbed.
So it's gonna be like 20 songs probably in the end. So
don't get fucking stabbed. Don't be on a track being like,
we still want to keep that, like we still want to keep the musical like comedy in some of our songs though.
We're doing some of those too. We're doing some comedic songs.
Like we have some like we have a little bit of irony in a couple of our older songs, like
well, yeah, like Pussy Annihilator, White Women and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like we're doing another.
That one's great.
Yeah, we're doing another Pussy Annihilator song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we just talk about fucking the shit out of women, you know.
Yeah,
you just sing White Women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That one's nice, you know.
I'm your one fan. Guys, I'm your one fan, okay? Show the appreciation.
A lot of these songs used to be like, used to have older meanings too, and they're like really stupid.
Yeah. Well, White Women was Piss and Shit before it was White Women. And then the day we were going to go record it, I was like, fuck that. I don't want to go record Piss and Shit. I'm going to rewrite the whole song. So I just rewrote it in first period that day to White Women. And
that's hysterical.
That's another thing too. A lot of our songwriting for the album were done during school. So he would snap me in the middle of it like, show me ideas.
Oh, we'd be across hallways in different classes, and we'd be working on songs the whole time.
And he would tell me like, show me song ideas in the library.
Yeah, I would like ditch class to go meet him and like have, and so we could play me his song.
Yeah, I'll give him like one AirPod, and he'd listen and be like, yeah, no, change that. Nope, that's good. Yeah. I mean, again, it was all done on the phone too. So
yeah.
Hey yo.
Speaking of which,
one
of the first recording sessions took place in the high school bathroom.
Yeah, I think we.
So I think one of the first demo recordings we did was a Black Flag song called "My War," and that was a song we frequently used to cover, and it was on our album too. This is like the first rendition of the song, so it was. I ended up scrapping it because it sounded like shit, but we didn't know where else to record vocals at. So Tegan was like, "Hey, let's record it at school," and I'm like, I don't know. But then we did anyways, and we went into the school locker room, like the gym locker room.
And I told the teacher, I was like, it's for a student government project. I have to bring it to this microphone for like 2 minutes.
So he gets in the corner, and our friend is waiting outside, and like, according to him, he thought someone died in there because he heard someone go like, "Mar!"
Yeah, because it started like
reverberating, and like people were making fun of us outside.
As soon as we exited the building, there was like a bunch of kids like mimicking my screaming and stuff like that.
Like, moaning it too, like,
like moaning it. Yeah. Probably thought I was like giving someone a rough pounding in there, you know. You know.
Blur that out.
Don't blur that out.
No one can see that.
Cut that in post.
Cut that.
That's a rough pounding. I love a rough pounding. Yeah. Ordering the cursor. Okay, guys, that was good. He's no longer here. Had to get rid of him. It was really awful. We just couldn't see him.
Perfect. Thank God.
Yeah.
I hate Boreas.
Jesus, yeah.
Yo, no, that's fucking funny as shit. Holy cow. Dude, imagine going to the bathroom being like, whoa! Yo,
It was a funny experience.
It was definitely.
I don't think I still have the recording, but I might actually somewhere.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I don't know, but
that'll
that'll be a story for another day.
Yeah.
Yo, story as.
Hmm?
Story as.
Yo, that's a good one.
Stories.
I'm gonna use that.
Stories.
I'm gonna start using that. Yo, I'm gonna start calling our Instagram.
You know what we do have for our name for our fans?
Oh
We
my
call
God.
our fans Boreas.
No, we don't.
Yes, we
No,
do.
we don't.
You literally captioned it.
I did
right?
it in one caption, dude. I did it, in one,
Boreals.
Boreas is our name of our.
and I regretted
fan
it too, like immediately after.
base. So why don't you change it?
Because, dude, I'm
What did I call them? I call them Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
That's actually.
for black liquor. That makes sense. Yeah.
Is that good? I honestly, I'm kind of like, I could change it.
Black licorices.
Yeah.
Could call them
You
fuck.
just call them the blacks. I mean, that works too. You know?
No, that's good.
That'd be a good one.
That is great. That is great.
Or just the black community. You know.
Yes.
What's the community? What's the enthusiasts?
I had to resist it. But right when like Black Lives Matter happened, I had one person, my dad was like, you have to do it. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. He's like, you must. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. He's like, you need to go Black Licorice Matters and make t-shirts. I was like,
No,
that's
so awful.
bad.
Oh
That is
no.
bad.
That's so bad.
in hindsight, I'm kind of like, it would have been good. But there was no way I was doing it.
It would have been good on like an ironic level for the people that are like
Yes.
smart enough to think it's funny, but like
Oh yeah.
so many people would have hated that.
No.
Holy shit.
Oh, it would have been great though. It was so great to see everyone pissed off.
Yeah.
I love
But
pissing
yeah.
people off though. It's so easy.
Other thing, I love pissing people off, but like now when it's about things like when you're making them call you racist and stuff, that's when it stops being fun for me because like I don't
It's all
want
for no reason.
I don't want people to think I'm a racist. You know, I want them to think I'm
I want
fucking
them to know.
crazy. You know, but I don't want them to think I'm racist or sexist or anything. So you know,
They gotta know that I'm the number one hater in
Yeah.
this whole world.
I want them to think I'm a crazy ass fucking hater. But you know, whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god, I feel like
Yeah, I mean business.
Totally.
I mean business.
yo, I have to be like, yo, I'm Jewish. That's why I hate the Jews. 'Cause I'm
Yo,
like,
yeah, that's true, man.
there's nothing more Jewish than
You're
some
like we're gonna be like Kanye. No,
yo, me and Kanye, hop on the pod.
you gotta beg him extra for that.
Yeah.
No, Kanye, if
Yeah, let me just call him right now.
hours to bake the cookies and you only have 4 ovens, how many cookies could you bake? No, that's what people say when they're trying to use euphemisms to say that the Holocaust didn't happen. They try and say it's physically impossible.
Wait, so they
They try to say that you couldn't gas that many people.
oh.
Out the math works out. But yeah, it's really funny when people are like, the Holocaust didn't happen, the moon landing didn't happen. You're like, this one's pretty easy though. This one's pretty easy to prove.
Can you imagine just getting up at like a show and just like with no context being like, okay, maybe it happened, but it wasn't 6 million, and just seeing their reaction.
Oh my god. Oh my
I'll try
god.
that next show, see how it goes. I'll report back
Yes.
after.
I'm gonna be like, do we have any Jewish girls here? They go, yes. I go, you know what? 6 seems low. Honestly, 8, maybe 9, maybe 10.
We've done a couple of our shows. Like, who here serves?
Well, yeah, but
That's not as.
yeah. So a lot of Jewish girls at the Black Licorice show. Is that like a thing, or
Dude,
Is that the people?
if you want to know how to, what do they say? Honeypot? What do they say? If you want to get entrapment, send Jewish girls that work for the deep state. Send fucking FBI. Send everyone. Have them send fucking You want to get me? Send fucking Israeli. Have you seen that shit?
what?
Have you seen the Israeli Defense Force? They
Oh,
have
yeah.
smoking hot. Oh,
It's fucking crazy, dude.
bro, I will swap from Palestine. Israeli Defense walks up. Fuck Palestine.
Let's come out of that.
Yo,
New York.
Dude, yeah. I have zero allegiances. I don't give a shit about anything. Whoever
Yeah,
gives me more money,
unfortunately, you talk shit about Israel, people will call you an anti-Semite. So
talk shit about everything.
Anyway.
Everything.
yeah,
I talk shit about shit.
I
yeah.
mainly just talk shit about people at this point.
I know.
Like, I don't really look up to a hierarchy or anything like that, like authority, or just politics. I don't even like politics.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
Like
the
we
way.
can make songs about it. It's just I've never really been involved in politics. Like I never really dug into it and understood much. Like I took government and like economics and shit, but like it's just I don't know.
Politics used to be like my whole life,
It
and
still kind of is.
I got to the point where it was just wearing me out mentally so much that I just like kind of disconnected from it for so long. And I'm kind of getting back into it now, but I mean, it's still exhausting just because it's just so like I'm just so not on board with the rest of, like the population my age and what their narrative is and stuff. So it's just like, I just lose interest and motivation. But
It's wild because it's not just like music, right? It's like there's fucking Zoomers. Like I feel like we need to like whatever the cabal is of like fucking like good Zoomers who like rock, like come over here. But outside of that, like I really think there is like two separate like species. Maybe it's only like 2% of the population is fucking cool, but like the rest is you're just like it different. Like I feel like we don't live like the same life. You know what I mean?
no, yeah,
Like-
not at all. Yeah.
Like I feel like you could, I feel like it's just like if you just, I don't know, you interface with the world in a different way, right? Like you don't listen to music why I listen to music. When you listen to music, you don't get what I get. You know what I mean? I'm not saying what I get is better or it's worse or you're not getting it to a deeper level. Maybe you're just getting a different thing that maybe I would love it if I got that thing. But I just don't, I think there's a fundamental different experience, right?
Yeah.
I just don't get that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just people who are actually passionate about music and there's a lot of people who like will be like passionate about music in the sense that like they enjoy listening to it, but when it comes to, understanding it or anything like that, it's still like, and you kind of require some of that, understanding. So
yeah, I'll tell you, this is completely insane, but I realized there are people who like say they're into shit and then not actually be into it even at all. They just like say they're into it.
Yeah, that's been a thing.
You know what, with bands and stuff. But
and you can't even call them out because everyone in the scene will get on your fucking ass like, oh, dude, you can't ask people, if they actually listen to the music, bro. That's like gatekeeping.
Here we go. Woo! Gatekeeping time.
I'm a part of an underground music scene that has like a specific culture, and that culture is important to me. And I don't even care if someone wears shirts of bands, whatever, but if you go around saying that you listen to the band while you're wearing their shirt and you're like actively trying to make yourself look like you're into the scene when you don't know much about it, that's frustrating for the people that are actually involved.
How much street cred do I get for this? I'm wearing a Rolling Stones t-shirt.
That's pretty good street cred.
I got this at Walmart. Okay, I know maybe like 3 Rolling Stones songs because they're not as good as the Beatles. Fuck you. Right? They're not bad. They're not bad. Mick Jagger gets fucking respect though. John Lennon, dude, fucking get wrecked. You just get fucking shot.
Get wrecked, dude.
Dude,
Like, bro.
Dude, fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't have died if the guy shot me, bro.
Dude, if I was fucking Joan Leone, I wouldn't have fucking like.
Dude, I wouldn't even flinched like straight up.
No, fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, on jaw for real. That's shit busting my cat. Like.
You misspelled gatekeeping.
No, it's to get the keeping to me.
To me.
I don't know what gatekeeping is. It's get keeping.
Gate keeping.
Get keeping.
Oh. Okay. Tegan and Matt.
Yo. Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, are we doomed? What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening?
We can't see what's happening because we got a background on. But
Do you want us to turn off the background?
Yeah.
Get off my computer. Dude thinks you can touch my fucking computer.
For real.
So
we got
move
this
your head.
where we really are. We got the flag back there,
There we go.
the Boreas flag, and that's it. There's nothing else interesting about where we are.
Now we're gonna go outside.
No, we're not.
There we are.
Woo!
Let's go into the kitchen.
There we go. That's better.
Hot and fresh in the kitchen.
Yeah, this is my house. Just dropped 200K on it.
We split the rent.
Here in my garage.
Yeah.
Just bought a brand new Lamborghini.
For real.
For real.
We moved from a garage into a actual rehearsal studio too. That's another change we made with the new members.
From 2 garages.
Because we don't have any members anymore who have like garages we can pay in or play in. So I just pay $30 an hour for this one place. It's like by the hour, which is convenient because
And it sounds good.
yeah, it's just whenever you need it.
The people there are chill.
Yeah.
They like Boreas a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a dog there.
Yep. Chill place.
There's a dog. That's always a sign of a chill place, by the way.
Yeah, our first practice space was like that, but the dog was kind of demented. So
Yeah, unfortunate.
no hate though.
That's where our next show is going to be though too, because they have like an event hall there. And the first time we went and practiced there with the new band, they liked how we sounded just from like listening to us from outside. So they were just like, yo, we got an event hall. So just let us know what bands you want to play with and what day, and we'll make it an event. And so we're like, sweet. So now we're doing a show in September.
Hopefully September.
With our own bands and stuff. That's going to be cool.
What have you guys found when it comes to shows? I've got this concept. I think it's density. I think this is what determines a good crowd versus a bad crowd. Because I've seen fucking shit bands. But it's I've played a show where it's like a 30-person space with 50 people, and it's the craziest fucking show ever. Literally in a fucking garage in the worst part of town. In the sketchiest neighborhood forever. And literally best show. And we played like shit, but it was great. It was great. And then we did a show where we got a bunch of bands. It was a 300-person venue, and we had 280 people. It was the worst bomb ever.
Yeah.
It
like
was
sound-wise, or like just the audience wasn't it?
The audience, we sounded amazing, but the audience wasn't there. So that energy, that back and forth, fuck. And I swear to God, it's density, because if you got people and people want to be like, oh, I'm standing here. If you have a bunch of people and you're bumping shoulders, you start dancing, you're going to fucking dance. You're going to at least jump to like not get smacked in the head. The mosh pit starts happening, even if it's not that fucking hard, like some form of mosh pit starts happening and shit. And so I think it's all about density. Like you need that fucking like ping pong, like particles in a fucking, fucking chamber, right? And you squeeze it and then
it started for sure. Yeah. No, I agree with that for sure.
Yeah. So have you guys found that?
Oh, unfortunately, no. I mean, I think our best audience without a doubt was Vegas. Just because it's just a different fucking culture over there, I mean, they were hyped to see us play, and the cops fucking showed up like halfway through our show, and the kids were just like fucking yelling at them like "fuck off," and that's how it should be. That's how it should be everywhere.
That's
but
nice. Fuck off.
Their song to them too.
Yeah, they fucked off actually after the song.
No.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. I think like half the crowd dipped, but like still, like it was fucking dope. But the fucking crowds here, I mean,
they're okay.
They're not, dude. Like they stand in the back on their phones, dude. Like it's so bad.
That's been most of the shows we played. There was like a couple that were actually.
And it's not an us thing. It's just how the music is here because no one gives a shit.
You gotta get the density going. You gotta find a tiny ass fucking like yard, just like real.
They used to do the yards, yeah.
They did backyard shows, and those were.
Yeah.
Those were
I mean, we've had some okay crowds here. Like we'll get people like, and they mosh, but I mean, it's just nothing that special.
We've had decent crowds like all over, like in Sac and in Lodi, and that's pretty much it, I guess.
Dude, what's the fucking worst show you've ever played?
Worst show is probably Rush Park.
Rush Park, July 5th.
About a year ago, huh?
Just about.
Yeah, a year ago.
It was this.
So it was put on by our old drummer guy that I mentioned before that was in it, that openly was in it for the pussy. And he has a band now called Chlorine that sucks fucking dick, and they can't stop talking about Boreas either. Like he's constantly talking shit about Matt and I.
No. Yes.
His name
Fuck Chlorine.
Oh, that's another dude. He makes his crowd do that. So he thinks it's like edgy for his audience to be like, oh, like fuck chlorine, because that's like a stereotypical, like, oh, we're gonna say the opposite of what we mean, you know. And so he like tells his audience to like repeat him after him, and then he'll like record it at the show. It's so fucking lame, dude.
Hey. Well, I don't.
His name's Aiden Jakes. He lives in Citrus Heights, California.
Fuck chlorine. I don't know what chlorine sounds like, so fuck chlorine.
They sound so bad, dude. So at the show we played with them, which we were talking about, they went up like fucking like last or something. And at the time that they were going up, there was like a bunch of Facebook posts from around in the neighborhood, and we got a chance to read a couple of them. And it was like, why is there a shitty Nirvana knockoff band playing in my neighborhood? Like, that's literally people. But yeah, anyway, so we tried to do that show, and it was just poorly organized. We were running off a generator. And so there was just like,
your mic cable was short too.
Yeah, there was just power issues, and like everything was cutting out, like not just the mic, but the guitars were cutting out. We had the amps set up like in front of the drums, so my drummer like could barely hear shit.
That's always been a thing with me, is that I honestly had to tell all members to put the amps behind the drum.
Yeah,
because putting them up front makes the drummer not hear it. It's kind of the reason why the drummer would. I don't know. It's always been a pro tip with me,
and then these Sacramento, you know, gangbangers, you know, that type, the sag their pants type shit. They come trying to, you know, like make a scene and shit like that, and they were just like cussing us out and trying to like be disrupting the entire time. And we just tried our best to ignore them, but like everyone else kind of made a big deal out of it. Like, oh, they're dangerous. They're gonna fucking shoot the place up.
We got a couple cool pictures from that show, though. I mean, you cannot see
that.
Hold on.
This fucking house.
Yeah,
hold on.
That's my house.
Yo.
Here we go. Here's one.
Oh yeah, dude. Photos. Nice photos.
There was one person there who took really good photos, but we don't even know where we went.
Yeah, we got some cool photos there, but I mean,
I told this guy, like, yo, at Boreas Band on Instagram, send him. He's like, he never did. And I'm still a little bit upset about that.
Yeah.
Because those were good photos.
You got to get the Insta right then, and then you got to DM him, and then like, so
just give him a piece of paper. Hey,
you say, hey, hand me your phone. I'll DM us real quick. So then he's opened it with you. You go into your requests after, right, and then you do that, and then
I've done that with a couple people in the scene.
Perfect, yeah.
Like, there was one of the dudes at the show I went to, and I'm like, hey, give me your phone. I just typed in Boreas Band.
Yeah. And then what you can do is you can Cash App yourself. That's the good one.
No. That's for the OnlyFans. We talked.
Yeah,
about.
True. We got to keep it quiet. Yup.
Well,
yeah.
There you go. There's some prop comedy for you.
Yeah.
Is this guy a robot? Is this guy a robot or something? What's he doing?
Dude, the camera's the opposite way. This sucks.
I'm a mime. Look.
What?
Do your mime tricks.
Dude.
I don't have any mime tricks.
You can hit it. This is called blowing a donkey in Mexico. The mime trick.
Blowing a donkey?
What?
Blowing a donkey?
Tegan, what did you say?
Did you say blowing a donkey? Is that what you said?
What the fuck did you just say, dude? That's
Why are you thinking about that, dude?
Maybe it was my intrusive thoughts, bro. I don't know. Yeah.
Tegan, what the fuck?
No, I swear to God, that's what
everybody
you said,
can't from Boreas.
I can make it better.
Yes, sexual desires with donkeys.
Yeah, literally, everyone go out there and stick your balls in a donkey.
What part? What part of the donkey?
Does it matter?
Does it matter? It's a donkey.
It's fucking weird.
I mean,
it's weird.
Flavor harvester.
I think it would go well either way,
I get my foot in the mouth, and then I get my balls inside the uterus.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, you ever fuck a Joey? A Joey's a baby kangaroo. You ever fuck a baby kangaroo?
Okay. No.
I haven't personally had that experience, but I mean, why not? Right? I mean,
I don't know why you would say such a thing, Tegan. That's so funny.
You really don't know what goes inside his head.
I don't know what goes. Apparently, where his balls go is very, very miscellaneous. Very fucking weird.
I got into an accident in 2018. Now they're like up in my stomach. So
you had a serious ball condition in 2018.
Yeah, serious ball condition. That's what it's called. Actually, it's my diagnosis.
Serious balls. Sure. Oh shit, dude. You got fucking testicular torsion, dude.
Dude. Come to this. I always knew I was gonna die of something testicular. You know, it's just
Dude,
my.
like,
You
here's
put-
the thing though. Like, aren't you afraid that okay, here's the thing. Like, once you get famous from being on the rock show, aren't you afraid that after all the pussy you're gonna get, it's gonna be like 10 years later, you're gonna be playing stadiums and you're gonna have run out of all the sexual things.
Like we're gonna run
What are
out
you
of
gonna do?
you mean like run out of shock material?
You're gonna get run out, and then you're gonna see, testicular torsion.
Oh,
But-
got you.
It's the
Yeah.
forbidden fruit.
Forbidden fruit, perfect.
Forbidden fruit.
Yeah, I hope I do get famous so that like in 10 years everyone can
I
watch
hope you
this.
get testicular
You
torsion.
get desensitized, and you start.
Exactly.
I hope you step out of the scene and do poetry.
I mean, there's literally. I mean, yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the band King Missile?
I don't think so. No.
Go, fucking. You want weird shit? Go listen to that,
Where are they from?
dude. There gotta be some. They're fucking like the definition of like artsy and like not giving a fuck and just being fucking avant-garde for no reason. I think they're from like in the 90s. I think. I want to say somewhere in California. I want to say Bay Area. Maybe it was fucking. Oh, there we go.
There,
He's just fucking with
take
shit. I don't
take
know.
this old background of us.
Dude, and I stand with Ukraine. Really? I'm in a chair. I'm sitting.
Oh my God, we're literally putting a photo up of me supporting Ukraine. What the fuck, guys?
So, guys.
Are you saying you don't?
No. Well, we didn't take an actual position on that. We were just helping the refugees because someone was in the comments when we announced that show and they were like, dude, you support the Ukrainian government. They're corrupt too. And it's like, yes, I know, but we're not giving money to the Ukrainian government. We're giving money to the
No, but see, but that might be you. I'm giving money to the Ukrainian government.
You are. Okay.
I'm
Good
giving money. No, I take it from black people in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
My best friend's black, so he helps me lure them in. But he's more like a house, one of them. He helps bring in, but he's on our side. So he
It's on
helps.
our side.
And I take their money and they send it to Vladimir Zelensky, and they say, "Good on you."
What I do is me and my guy Ronald Reagan, we sell crack in the inner cities to black people, and we use the funding from that to send money to Ukraine and foreign aid.
Yes, this is good. Actually, I was in Nicaragua the other week, and I was because Venezuela too, because of course.
Yeah.
And you gotta look at it. You're like, well, they kind of got the Zapatistas. I mean, they had some shit going on, and you just do it.
A little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I would never.
He's talking about blowing a donkey over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Blowing a donkey.
Only kind of blow I do is sex with donkeys. Now, keep in mind what I got it.
Yeah.
That's the newest.
By the way, guys, Boreas says no to blow. Don't do that shit, guys.
I say yes to blow. Get blown as much as you want. As much
Get
as you
that kind. That kind's okay. Get blown as much as you want, but don't do blow.
Kids do drugs.
Yeah.
Put staples into your eyelids. Scrape them along your teeth.
Don't stay in school. Stay in Boreas.
Same point.
Boreas.
Coke's like a lot more popular than I thought it was, to be honest. I didn't think many people did it, but
What? Blow?
I'm finding out people do it all the time. It's
Dude,
weird.
it's crazy. I don't do anything. I'm fucking straight edge.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. People in this fucking
Yeah.
scene
We have
said
people-
that they're straight edge, but they continue to do stupid shit like crack and weed and
who's doing crack?
just anyone could say that they're straight edge.
You can't just say that. You can't just say, oh, people
Let's say it. Yes, they're doing crack. There are people in our scene doing crack. We'll give you their names right now.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
like a straight edge, like a little straight edge thing going on around here, but like it's all bullshit.
They'll
it's
say
stupid.
they're
as
straight
fuck.
edge for like 2 weeks and then go.
I used to consider Boreas a straight edge band. I don't, just because it's not true anymore, but like I used to be a part of that too. So I like the movement and stuff, but the people that do it around here are not the shit.
they don't really mean it.
They don't mean it at all. Like they straight up lie.
It's hysterical. I really like that for them.
Yeah. That is.
Dude, I'm not an expert on the straight edge shit. Also, we fucking hit time, so I don't give a shit. But
Yeah.
fucking, dude, I just don't do anything. Like, it's not like ideological. I'm not like, well, I must not do anything, and then like that's my
Not for
personality.
everyone.
But
Not for everyone.
what's that?
It's not for everyone.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it's just funny though, but like when people are like anything people make like dogmatic. Like I did like carnivore diet for like a minute, and I was like, oh, let me try this. But then also like I would do fucking vegan if I want. When people are like, you're eating the meat, you're killing everything, or they're like, you're not eating the meat, you're eating your soy. You fucking faggot, you eat your soy. I don't care. I don't care. And so it's always funny when people like are like, oh, you don't drink, fucking gay, you're a loser. Or when they're like, dude, you drink? Fucking, I'm on that grind. I don't fucking play.
Everyone finds a way to virtue signal, no matter what. It's just you're never gonna escape it. Yeah.
Dude, I don't virtue signal. That's my virtue signal.
Yeah, literally.
I'm not virtue signaling right now. I'm virtue signaling. There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm not judgmental. The serious thing is, like, I think a lot of people are assholes, and I like to just admit that. I like to just say, "Hey, I'm an asshole."
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, I've never had a problem with anybody who act like an asshole who was honest about it. I get pissed at the dishonesty. That's what I call it. I hate when people act and try to act like they're a certain kind of person or a certain kind of way, and then they're just not. Like, if you're an asshole, just be an asshole. I'm a fucking asshole too, but I'm an asshole out the gate. Like, no one doubts it.
Are we really assholes, or are we just human? Are we just people?
Yeah.
Because I know people who are actually assholes, and they never say they're an asshole. They never admit that they're. I think everyone's some percent asshole. Right? Like that's just DNA. That's evolution. If you weren't a little bit of an asshole, when the puma tried to get you, you would fucking die. But you gotta be enough of an asshole to kick the puma in the face or the wolf. It looks like a dog. It's cute. You're like, it's gonna bite me. I'm gonna fucking kick it. I'm a little bit of an asshole.
Yeah, to kick dogs every now and then, But
I got 2 beautiful dogs. I kick wolves, not ducks.
Yeah.
I love busting out a shitty Trump impression because it's never
good. Let's hear it right now.
Do it.
A lot of people say I do not like dogs. A lot of people, not me. Some people say the best, not the best.
I've got the best dogs in the world, the best. You've never seen anything like them before.
This is my real hair.
This is my real hair.
And yes, this is my real hair.
I can't wait for well, that's not true. I mean that sarcastically. I can't wait for the fucking debates coming out. It's gonna be hell, dude.
We used to get people for having a.
I'm gonna be wanting to kill myself every single day. But
do you want to mention how people used to shit on us for our drummer's political beliefs?
Well, so our old drummer, he wasn't even like politically aligned, but his parents voted for Trump. Like, and he did not he didn't have a fucking opinion.
They had a huge flag out front.
Yeah, his parents had a flag out front because they voted for Trump, and he's like unaffiliated. And so a bunch of people tried to cancel our band, and they were like. By the way, it's the same guy that's in that fucking shitty band I mentioned. He was going around our school and he was going up to like people I know and telling them, "Hey, you got to stop going to their shows, man, because they all like love Trump or whatever."
Someone came up to me.
Dude, I love Trump. I love Trump.
Yeah.
Someone with them like came up to me one day and like texted me saying, you're in Boreas, right? You can't be in a hardcore punk band if you guys have Trumpy beliefs." Like, it's not us. It's someone who's not even in the band. It's not affecting the band.
Exactly.
Why do you care? You're not even a good. I don't even know.
And it doesn't even matter how many times like I'll say political shit at shows that clearly shows like my ideology and stuff like that, because people don't listen to that. They just want to fucking tear us down.
Dude, you're not real punk. You're not real punk because you have something that I don't have. So you are not real.
You're a fake punker. You're a fake ass punk.
Well, all the punk rockers today are literally like the most authoritarian scene that I've ever met.
I like Green Day. I like MCR.
Yeah.
Shocking. Shocking. That's crazy.
As far as like Boreas goes, like we're not like all unified. Like we don't have like a specific, like a lot of those like punk bands will like, I'll be unified and talk about specific issues. And that's like a main reason we don't really talk about a lot of specific stuff. It's just because like we all kind of have different views,
So it's not set on one.
But as long as our views are just generally anti-establishment and anti-state and stuff, But I mean, as far as the specifics go, we just,
Well, because there's something I heard one time, and it's this idea that like doesn't matter if fucking Donald Trump is president or Joe Biden or the WEF wants me to eat bug paste. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna be in a band, do whatever I want. I'm gonna make money, be in a band, do whatever the fuck I want. I don't care who
No one
president
should
is.
tell you
I'm not gonna-
otherwise. No one should tell you to do anything otherwise.
Yeah, me too. That's my main motivation in my political views and just in life is I want to be left the fuck alone to do whatever the fuck I want. And anyone that tries to tell me that they or someone they vote for can have the power to tell me to do anything is my fucking enemy. Like I don't care at that point. Like
It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Anyone that, thinks that their values are, objectively more important than mine or anybody else's doesn't, Yeah.
And people never get this. People don't get this idea that it's like, no, what's best for you is not always what's best for me. And I don't mean in the sense that it's win-lose, but I just mean like if you're like, how do you like breakfast? I like my eggs scrambled. You might not. So if we said now one size fits all, the entirety of 400 million people who live in the U.S. all have to have their eggs fucking easy side up. I'm like, well, fuck you.
It's literally the same shit, though. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's the same thing. People will, obviously call that ridiculous, but when the same logic is applied in political discussions, it just goes right over their head. So, yeah.
But who will pay for the roads?
I mean, I can't speak for the other guys in band. I'm endorsing RFK Jr. 2024.
Mercury, dimethylmercury in the vaccine.
I endorse myself.
Yeah, Matt for president, for real.
I endorse myself for giving the best head to donkeys. If you'd like to see, check out OnlyFans.
Who? Which one of us is? Wait, what? You? Me?
You mentioned it.
Yeah, I would
I
charge
give head to donkeys.
I would charge like at least $12.99 a month if that's what I was doing on there.
Tegan, when you raped that 7-year-old child, what was going through your mind?
God damn it.
To be honest, it was kind of having an off day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and I was just like, we're gonna get to raping
Your
today.
Honor,
Fuck it,
Your Honor, he was bored. He was just bored.
I was bored as fuck, bro. Like,
I did it for the vine. I gotta be real.
He had nothing better
bro.
to do. Boreas was on hiatus.
Yeah, Boreas was on hiatus, so
Have you seen these 7-year-olds these days?
Someone's trying to get in the room.
Yeah.
I think it's one of
Your
dogs.
Honor, what are they putting in the water?
fucking whatever's making them.
Fentanyl.
Dude, we were thinking about sampling an Alex Jones
Yes.
before a song just because it'd be funny.
Get the sample pad. Get the sample pad and put it with the drum kit. Get the sample pad.
Yeah.
Fucking you can hit a fucking gay, frogs. You can just hit them.
Yeah, live at the show, we can be like, you crossed the motherfucking line, just by hitting a button.
Dude, I need to get the fucking MIDI pad on the side of the stage and I hit it with a stick. You crossed the line, motherfucker. I'm a pioneer.
You goddamn
I'm
piece of shit.
I'm a human. I'm coming. I like to fight too.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'm a little retarded.
A little bit.
Just get all the samples.
I think on one of the demos we have for Boreas right now, there's a sample at the beginning of the song, which is just Tegan's voicemail.
Yeah, it's just my voicemail. We like samples.
We put random stupid fucking samples at the end of or in the beginning of their songs.
There's I think for most of our songs, if you wait till the end, there's some weird shit at the end if you listen carefully.
So there is one of the songs where at the very end of it, it's very faint, but you can hear me going yeah.
There's always some kind of talking at the end that you can hear.
One of our songs, I think School Zone is the most noticeable. It was an outtake where someone decided to do vocals when they weren't supposed to, and they made a funny noise, and it made me and Tegan lose our shit.
Because I was recording the last verse, and then someone came up and tried to sing it with me while I was recording it,
and that made them mad. And then the other person,
so I was like, "Why would you do that?"
And the other person ran across the room and then we kept it in because it was so funny.
Just
an average day in the studio,
And we would
every fucking day, fucking recording.
in our songs too, like the album version of "We're Gonna Break Shit." There's a little bit of banter in the end. Yeah. Surrender and comply, motherfucker.
Y'all motherfuckers need to head on tour.
We would love to. I mean,
we've been wanting to do that.
But I mean,
if we get our
whoever will take us
together.
Well, it's not even us, dude. We're show ready, and we could go on tour anytime we fucking want.
A long list of places to book in NorCal.
Yeah, we're just not too, we just got to be lucky, I guess.
We're gonna play at the, and we have a very.
It's just about knowing the right people. I mean, that's really what it is.
We have a little amount of luck, and it lasts very shortly.
Mhm.
I know all the viewers at home want to know when is the tour happening.
Tomorrow.
Sometime
We're leaving tomorrow.
We're leaving tomorrow. I already booked
World
the
tour.
flight.
World tour.
Catch us in Washington, D.C. at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We'll be
Okay.
playing. We'll be
What cities can people be expecting to see you in?
Wait, what? Huh?
What?
Huh?
What cities can people be expecting to see you in on this tour?
Definitely San Francisco. Our
Fresno,
personal favorite.
Fresno,
Bakersfield, California for sure. Tonopah, Nevada. Yeah. Fucking we got hella fans there.
Iceland.
Fucking
Oh,
Reykjavik,
Reno.
Iceland. Yep. We got
Are you
fucking
gonna hit the greatest city on earth, Reno, Nevada?
Reno, Nevada. There you go, dude.
There we go.
Yeah.
Greatest fucking city on earth.
It's actually, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours from here. So
Yeah,
we could-
meet us in the strip and we'll give you a free shirt.
Yep. That's Vegas, man.
Yeah, I'll be at the strip tomorrow. Come
Oh,
find
that's
me.
right. Oh, Vegas. Forgot about that.
We're gonna play at the place that Elvis used to play at, and we're gonna channel our inner Elvis and start shaking around like Elvis did, because Elvis was so influential.
Dude.
Are you hating on Elvis?
I'm not. I'm not.
Elvis, that fucking W Elvis. You know, Elvis.
Did you see the movie they made about Elvis?
No, I'm not fucking 12 or a girl. I am not a homosexual. I'm sorry.
12, dude.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm just not.
Be fucking 12. You could just watch it for a good watch.
Is
Yeah,
that
you gotta be 12 though.
not triggered? Not even fucking triggers.
This guy fucks donkeys, dude.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Bro. Like
What?
when I have nothing else to do, bro.
El
Those,
Moro,
you know.
when there's not enough donkeys that you're fucking, you want El Moro.
Yeah. El Moro's my bottom bitch.
Dogs are causing a commotion.
Oh, don't you love hearing the Pornhub thing on drums? Isn't that great?
Oh, our old drummer used to do that constantly, dude. And our new drummer's done it like once.
No, dude, I have it on recording, dude. He did it.
Hell him.
Dude, he did it once, like by mistake, and we were like,
No!
"No!"
He did it intentionally.
It's like traumatizing.
This is just a message
Fuck
for
you.
everyone watching. Please, your actions.
No
became-
more Pornhub drums
this-
ever
It could be one of the reasons why they got booted. No, it's
You're
not.
like,
for the Pornhub.
fucking 13 reasons why. 13 reasons why I like crowd killed a 12-year-old. Boom!
13 reasons why what?
13 reasons why I crowd killed a 12-year-old. Boom! Just smacking right in the face.
Speaking of crowd killing, what? No,
Oh,
no, no.
shit. Oh, I gotta tell you. I was at a show in Phoenix. My friend's band was playing.
Mhm.
Oh, this was really funny. The band, the headliner who was on tour, it was their last night, and they were freaking out. They had a mental breakdown on stage. It was so good because they're fucking retards and got their shit jacked by just leaving it out in their van with no one fucking watching it. On like the 6th of 7 days on the tour. It's the 7th day. They're using everyone else's shit, and they were called Mexican Slum Rats, and they had like a cartoon
Here
character.
in a while ago.
It was like fun. It was like fun and friendly little cartoon character on the flyer and all their stuff. And like everything they had that was big on Spotify was like 2019, 2018. And it was all like soft pansy shit. I didn't check this out until after, but 2023, they had fucking like heavy ass like metalcore, like post-hardcore, like screamo. And there was a good bit of like progressive and like shreddy stuff in there. But it was just hysterical because you had all these like teeny boppers at the fucking show. And then you had like 3 or 4 like grizzled fucking like metal dudes with the fucking battle vests. And what happened is they started in like halfway through the set. Like I knew even before like they got on and they had a fucking opener, dog shit opener. And the kit was getting fucking gnarly for me. And I'm like, I've been in like probably like 50 fucking like actual pits by now. That I'm like, okay, I know when like a pit is like fucking bad. Like I need to get out.
Yeah.
Apparently these teeny boppers didn't know. And a bitch, I'm telling you, her leg went the other way, dude. Her leg.
Oh no. Like actually?
Swivel. Yes.
Kind of
Dude.
story.
And then you hear,
Watch
it's the wrong way. And then they have to go back up, everyone. And then the guy, after she gets taken away, carried up, right? It was hysterical. A guy literally goes, it's a punk shop. What do you expect? I forget what it was.
I see where he's coming. Well, I mean, it's good that they helped her because I mean, a bent leg. I mean, that's extreme. I mean, you got to stop the show at that point.
You always gotta help him up, though.
But I see where he's coming from because I get annoyed too when, especially like the big punk stars now who are older now, and they try to preach like, oh, punk rock is about helping people and loving your community. No, it's fucking not. Like those are good things. Sure, I'm all for helping people and helping the community, but that's not at all what it's about. It's actually more about hating people. If you want it to be more accurate,
it depends where it's coming from.
So yeah,
what?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know. You never would have thought, right? But yeah,
Dude, I don't have any negative emotions.
Yeah,
I'm a generic, emotionless blob, and I love everything. And give me more Taylor Swift. Give me John Mayer. Feed it through me through a tube.
I fucking hate everybody in the whole world. You guys need to listen to me.
Well, I genuinely think there's an intention of some like big people out there to take like the defiance out of punk. Like I don't think all the watering down of the genre, especially in recent years, like I don't think it's all, you know, unintentional. I think
bottom down. Yeah, bottom up.
There's some element of they want the anger and defiance out of just music. It's
Who's
not
they?
like
Who's they?
Yeah.
Don't say the Jews. I'm one of them. You can't say the Jews. Who's they?
Who's the dude? I don't even remember who I was referring to.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Who's the day you're referring to?
I don't remember at this point. I think I was talking about just like the first I was talking about the old punk stars.
Yeah.
And how they preach that shit. I lost my train of thought after that though.
I lost my train of thought. I think you were talking about, you were like, I think it's intentional.
Yeah. No, I think some people, and not just punk in general, but I think like with all music genres, like the musical elite and the music industry is most likely like intentionally trying to take, you know, that shit out of it, because why the fuck wouldn't they? You know, I mean, they do all kinds of other shit and they're a part of, you know, everything.
So they're pondering an orb and they go,
here's how, no, actually there's a dark castle with like lightning and clouds around it. And there's this long table that they all sit around, you know, and it has like Jello Biafra and Fat Mike there and stuff like that. And they're sitting, they're sitting around the table and they're like, how can we make these bands suck?
Yes.
Take the fun out of it. That's actually what I think is happening 100%.
Oh, dude, have you seen this on TikTok? I would see like a guy who's clearly like, oh, it's awful. But he'd be like, I'm playing a punk song. This is The Descendants. And first off, the least punk guitar tone ever, the most like clean pussy shit ever, guitar tone wise. But then he'd be like, you'll have like a giant like Ruth Bader Ginsburg is my gal poster like behind him.
Bader Ginsburg is my gal. I need to wear that shirt at a show, dude.
Notorious Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't even relate to. I don't even know if there's a point, because I was really into politics too. I know everything that's going on, but I don't really give a shit, right? But I don't think there's ever a point where I would have been like, oh yes, time to take a political again and then put it on my wall. Really good. That's really what gets life going.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, do you think? I mean, there was probably more people that fucking supported it than clowned on it, though. So I mean.
Oh yeah, but it was all like, see, feminist chicks, come look at me, come on, give me pussy. Yeah. I mean, there's no other reason. No, this dude's not really like, oh yeah, I really feel represented by some fucking, I don't know what the fuck she did. She was a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah. No.
Shit. You don't know what she did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's not pretend.
Virtue signaling will be the death of this music genre. It's going to be the death of
Boreas. See, this is where I get hopeful. Because I'm like, you get sick of that. People get sick of that. I am sick of it. And I know there's other people like me because I found them. Yeah. And now we have a global thing. We have it, globally. And I think in a lot of other places, especially Latin America, they're like culturally maybe like 20, 30 years behind us. When it comes to like, do you know how many times you get fucking come to Brazil if you're a rock band on every post? Come to Brazil, come to Brazil.
Dude, yeah, I've seen that. I've always wondered about that. I thought like just culturally maybe they're super into rock music, but
they are. Yeah, so the Latin countries and the UK super into rock. Yeah, I think the UK it's because they have the pub culture and you could play in the bars when you're like 16. And like what's gonna be better than fucking Pussy Band is like a rock band and then people are drunk and set like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's there
See,
for
if
a
we
reason.
had alcohol at our shows, I feel like they'd go better because we've never had a
or
show
weed.
with alcohol.
Or weed.
Not well, people bring weed to shows, but I mean,
They
like
bring-
if we've never had a show with drinks though, come to think of it. So I mean, maybe if we incorporated that, we would get
a lot of the
I
a lot of the kids we bring are like they drink too.
yeah, but not at the show.
No. They
No, but
just-
you need an essence of debauchery.
They bring their elf bars and their flumes and they
They're elf bars, yeah.
well whatever the fuck.
No, you need to people need to be doing heinous shit at shows. Like, I mean, whatever that definition, like it needs to be sin, right? I don't
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I miss. Yeah, I mean, I never experienced it, but I
know, but, still,
I
but
miss
like,
it.
I bet it's shows where like people are fucking like drinking, crushing beers and playing like thrash metal, and like compared to shows where they're like, la da da da, I love Jennifer. She's
Yeah,
great.
that's another thing I don't like is that like a lot of, especially like punk bands in particular, like nowadays, like they try when they put on shows, they try to do the whole like, you know, being a good hostess to the audience thing and being nice to the audience and how is everyone doing tonight? And you know, are we having a good time? And blah blah blah. It's just like if you're a punk band and you're promoting like fast, angry songs, it's just weird when you do that because it just kind of it's not the vibe. You know?
Right, you gotta work the gimmick.
Hey, what's up with the vibe?
You gotta work the gimmick. It's like professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think Alice Cooper in fucking like crazy ass makeup and looks like the fucking devil, or like Kiss or any of those bands? You're like, there's a reason that fucking worked. It's not because Kiss is the greatest song, brothers. I like Kiss songs. Most of their albums are filler, or they're poorly mixed.
Oh, he can sing? Can he sing melodically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone asked me like how good Tegan's pitch is one time, and I'm like, it's not that kind of singing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, not that it matters. It's just like
Yeah.
they perceive you as someone who isn't a hardcore singer, and that's weird.
Yeah. Well, like I try to like fit the image a little bit on stage. You know, I mean, I haven't gone too crazy yet, but I at least try to like not.
I bugged him to do it. Like,
Yeah.
put more
Something.
energy.
Just pick anything though. Like pick literally the thing. Like you don't need to like do like whatever generic hardcore.
Well, I just bottom line, I just try to not like be soft like everyone else because that's what everyone else is doing. So you know.
I try to have us stand out more.
Yeah.
I guess. Like appearance wise and sound wise.
Well, appearance wise, see, I hate the well. Okay, I'm sure there's room for debate on this. You know, I like bands that dress really flashy, especially in punk rock. Like a big thing I see with the punk rock bands around here and today is they're super focused on the fashion part of it. You know, I mean, especially the bands that like don't have good music and like barely put out any music and do anything. Like there's this focus on the look part of punk. Like people actually think punk is an aesthetic. And if you were to go,
No.
I mean, if you were to go into the majority of punk scenes, I would say back in the day, just from what I know, if you were to dress in like expensive leather and Liberty spikes, you'd probably get called a faggot and get your ass kicked. Like
Yeah.
that's how actual punk shows were. If you were some suburban kid trying to like emulate, you know, fucking, you know, some sort of weird style or something instead of the music, then you weren't a part of it. You know,
See,
it was
why are they
mostly,
called a faggot to your dick size?
yeah,
Right? See, that's these are bad incentives. We're teaching kids the wrong lessons these days.
yeah. Everyone's all
Like,
into
back in my day, when you got called a faggot, it meant you were doing something wrong.
yeah. Yeah. I'm sure my family
Yeah.
like that, but yeah.
Oh, I'm certain, you know, that's always a funny thing too. I feel like as a guy, if you have any sense of like style or you carry yourself in any way that isn't just like generic, people are like, oh, I thought he was gay.
Yeah. Well, I think you can dress up at shows. Like you can dress super extravagantly at shows, but do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't do it for a reaction.
I've dressed up a little bit at shows just because I think like the eyeliner and shit, just because I thought it looked cool.
Eyeliner looks good. I did that like once or twice, and it actually looked good. I thought it would look like shit.
Yeah, that shit just looks good just because, you know, it makes you feel like confident and, you know, shit like that.
You're doing it for you, not for the
But
reaction
if
of
you're
other
if
people.
you know if you're going extravagant, you're doing like I said again, the Liberty spikes because you want people to think you're just so extra punk
Or
by
the
having
spiky
that, you know.
leather jacket
That's
and
what I
everything.
hate because people literally start to focus more on the aesthetic than the music, and I hate it. So
I'm sitting there. I'm like, I've got. You'll see when we got the rebrand coming up because I'm working on the black liquor. I have this whole thing mapped out, by the way. I'm gonna figure it out. I am like the corniest motherfucker alive. I've got literally like brand, and I've got it all filled out, and like, oh, this is the brand. Here are our brand values. Here's what we represent. Here's what the mascot, the logo. Here's the merchandise. I got this all. What's up?
I've had enough of corny motherfuckers in this scene.
Yo, but see, I'm a different level of corny.
He's the good kind, yeah.
I'm the good kind.
He's the good kind.
I like Korn's first album. See, I'm a different kind of corny. Yeah.
So you're that kind of guy, huh?
Oh, dude, fucking.
I fuck with Korn.
I do too.
Yes, that's where you guys fell in love. Now, Limp Bizkit.
He's like, yeah, I don't know about in love, but we're getting there, you know.
Yeah,
Need
we're
some
just
more.
taking one step. We're partners.
We need some more like close bonding time.
We need some more, yeah.
Some affectionate.
We're in talking stage. We're in the talking stage right now.
Yeah.
But they don't really appreciate me back, so it doesn't really.
I should do a gimmick at a show where I come out as gay just for the show, and then I'll like reveal it as over at the end. But it would just be ridiculous because I know for a fact, like I wouldn't even talk about like gay topics. Like I would come out as gay, and then I would just start talking about unrelated, like horribly offensive topics, and just watch how nobody would give a shit because I just came out as gay.
Yeah.
That was just a random thought I just had just now.
I honestly, can I hit this with you? Can I hit you with this?
What's up?
You come out as gay, and then you start going into topics. But then you have literally like swimsuit models, like fucking double T's in bikinis, walk over to you and start like touching you, trying to kiss you. You're like, ew. As you're saying, like, so anyways, the blacks don't deserve to live with us. And like then they're trying to touch you.
That's way too. No,
I don't think I would go that far.
no one's ever gonna do that.
You're not as cool as me. I understand, but
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
you don't know. But you get what I'm saying, though. You like do something maybe not that fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? They could get part of the city. They don't gotta, but they still don't have to be with us.
Yeah.
I love. That's the funny thing too. Everyone's like so sensitive about like race and sexuality and like everything, and it's like.
Well, it's an intentional thing. I honestly believe that the left wants people to argue about race and sexuality to the point.
Yeah, it's divide and conquer. Yeah.
And give up.
You get everyone to infight, and then you can like do whatever the fuck you want.
It's the oldest fucking dictatorial tactic in the book to make a population infight like that. Yeah.
Dude, Sun Tzu, Art of War. I'm out here like fucking 5th century fucking Mongolian.
5,000-year-old book. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Genghis Khan. No, I ain't Sun Tzu. I'm Genghis Khan. The way he's
that's literally me, bro. Like he's literally my.
No, I'm literally Genghis Khan. I kill hella people.
Dude, that's literally me.
You kill hella people. Matt Rilge from this.
I kill hella bitches with my dick, yo.
Yeah, dude.
I kill hella donkeys with my fucking big beautiful lips.
No, that's more of a Tigan thing.
Dude, how do you know how big your dick would have to be to kill a donkey? Like, dude.
I kill donkeys with my hot, wet mouth. I suck out. After I'm done sucking everything out, I get the organs to go through the fucking urethra. I suck it through.
Now we're just talking about fucking maiming and eating animals alive. I fuck with it, though.
You sexualized animals. What the fuck is wrong with that?
Yeah. But this is what it's all about, right?
You know we gotta do a song about donkeys now.
No, we're not.
We have to do a song about donkeys now, bro.
We're not taking this guy for inspiration.
We'll have him sing a verse on it too, you know?
Dude, let me see. I wrote some fucking Questioniones.
We can make a black licorice reference, but that's all we can do.
Yes. Yo, Biden, wake up. Fuck. So, rating process. We kind of went over what's overrated, underrated.
Overrated, underrated?
Yeah. Oh, dude, worst show and best show. I know we already talked about worst show, but what was your best like?
Do you want me to say? You want to both say it or
our bet? I don't know if.
Yeah, both say it.
First show was the Rush Park show.
Wait, we know the worst show. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the best?
Was
sound wise, I would say our best show was maybe our last show.
What was our last
no,
show?
not our last show. One of the Wildwood shows, maybe.
I want to say
the second Wildwood show.
I want to say so. We played a show in Lodi in August, and like the only problem we had was not many people were there, and
we had the mic cut out a bunch.
But his mic was cutting out, and he didn't realize it until the end of the show when we watched the stream. So he was pretty upset about.
We had my mic cut out like 3 shows in a row. I was about ready to fucking kill someone, but
I feel like that was
we played well.
That was our best performance, and that was one of our last shows with our old lineup too. So,
bro, that fucking that's what happens. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but that's what fucking happens, right?
I mean, I want to say our presence was good for that show too, because
No, we played super good, but it was just the mic. That was it.
yeah, I feel like one of the things I really love about being able to perform with my bands is just being able to do what I love on stage. Like stage presence has always been a thing with me. Like I've always had it, and I've convinced Tegan to be a part of it more, and he did. He still does. Not that it really matters. It's just I don't know. You have to have that energy on stage to express that you mean Boreas business or whatever. I don't know.
Well, Matt, what do you? Because I've had this kind of journey as a guitarist, is working on really playing shit that like I can shred. I can play all the Polyphia songs. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But like getting to where I'm like, I know, good for me, right? But like getting to the point where I can shred. No, but like I'm.
No.
But do you get to a point where you're like, I want to like write shit that like is like Van Halen-esque, where you get to a point where like I want to like maybe not, it's not flex, but you're like, I want some shit that I actually have to get fucking like in the zone, like really like kick into a different gear to like play, because I know that'll like get me where I need to be.
I write music for the sole purpose because I just love doing music in general. I don't do it for the approval of an audience or a certain hierarchy. I just do it because it's what I fucking do best, and I don't know what I'd be doing without it. And again, I mentioned it earlier. I've always been around music. My dad's a musician. He kind of passed it on to me, and I have higher generations in my family who are musicians. Like I had an uncle who was doing like Beach Boys type shit in the 60s, and my only regret is I never got to meet him. But I feel like with songwriting, I just do it because I enjoy doing it. I don't do it because I want people to like me or people to enjoy it more. It's like,
I guess I phrased that improperly. What I meant more is like,
good, but like
playing, like any like stuff on guitar that you've kind of like been like, I need to add more of that type of like playing.
I feel like when I started playing more harder shit, I wanted to add more to it because both with both the songwriting I have with this band and my other band, I add elements into my songs that you can easily tell that aren't really typical of a hardcore song. Mm-hmm. Like there was this one point in time, I think I was like 15, and I studied all these like weird like jazz chords, and I thought they sounded fucking hard. So I put a few of them in a couple of Boreas songs, and they kind of fit the style well, and I feel like it's always been this thing with me. It's like when I write songs, I'm putting genuine like heart and feeling into them, I guess. I'm not trying to sound cheesy, but it's
Oh no, I mean
everyone says that, but like he really means it when he says about the music for him, you know.
The instrumentation, the lyrics, his fucking lyrics that he replaces with mine, like they always have a little bit of heart in it, and it's always just coming from here, I guess. And I want people to see that more instead of just saying, "Oh, they're trying to fucking sound hard. They're trying to be like this band." No, it's I don't know. It's honestly, I don't even know if I like enjoy talking about it much. It's just like,
luckily people can't really accuse us of that because we get like no social points for being a hardcore punk rock band, like an actual one. So I mean, there's nothing really to gain or benefit from it for us. But yeah,
no, I mean, all I really want is my songs to actually reach out to the listener and be like, so they can know what the fuck we're talking about and what kind of message we're trying to convey.
Yeah,
because some people don't, and they just think it's just this guy screaming and these guitars making hard ass fucking noises and shit and whatever else is going on. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, everyone likes to talk about how they're in it for the music and stuff.
Because I like doing it.
You have to say that no matter what, but like he actually means it, and you can like see that in his music.
And that's always been the thing with me because I've been doing music for years. Like I've done, like I don't think the band shit really got serious until 2 or 3 years ago when I joined this band and another band, Tough Toenails. And that's when I kind of really stepped it up because before that I did small stints at like coffee shops and like a couple acts with my dad's old band because I was bored as fuck. But like I don't know, it's just music has always had a place in my heart. And again, I said it earlier, I don't really know what I'd be doing without it because it's really all I do now. And not all I do now, but I'm always around it, you know, and I enjoy it best and I'm proud of what I do. And I try my best not to flex too much about it, but sometimes I do, and it's unintentional. But I just know that I'm proud of what I do, and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. And I know I'm doing it because I worded that wrong. I like doing it because I do it with the right people, I guess. Shut the hell up. Hey, what the fuck?
All right. Anyway.
Yo,
Anyway.
I think that's a good note to end on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it wasn't too much, honestly.
No. But I mean, you articulated that better than I probably could. But
Yeah.
I feel similarly, right? Like at the end of the day, like clearly I'm not in this for the girls.
Yeah.
If I was, this would be a very ineffectual way of achieving that goal.
Yeah, you could have a lot better strategies if you were in it for the girls, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people are.
I don't think most people are in it for girls as much as it's just like social status in general, just like general, you know.
Well, what's it a proxy for? That's a proxy for, then you get girls.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty much one and the same.
I need my status so I can get
It
women.
needs to be the best in Sacramento.
I mean, the one fucking dude, at least he fucking admit to it. I wish more people were like that and would say, yeah, I'm in this so I can get a social gratification from it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wish people would just admit to that. So, but,
I think there's an element. I think there's an element of that.
I mean, people try hard to pretend to be authentic, and cover it up, and that's what pisses me off.
Just be authentic. If they don't fuck with you, then they don't fuck with you. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. And if you're honest about not being authentic, then there's nothing anyone can really say to you. Like,
It's not being inauthentic if you genuinely are like, yeah, I'm making like fucking digestible bullshit so that people can listen to digestible bullshit and give me approval. Like you're being authentic, you're being honest. Like the music isn't true coming from your soul. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to like channel some deep thing. I'm not trying to because I feel the way when it comes with music, the reason I like fuck with music is I think like when you try and talk, it goes through like the filter of the way you think about something through your words, the limited vocabulary we have, and how they hear it and all the assumptions they have. Then it goes into their brain. And so you've gone through like 5 layers, like degrees of Kevin Bacon. You've gone through 5 like filters that have fucked up the telephone game of what you mean. But I feel like with music, like you just have sounds that come out and then they go in the ear and they instantly hit the brain. Like it's directly beaming fucking shit into you. And so that's what I do with music is just like, this is fucking how I feel. I heard someone say once, music's a mood altering drug. When someone goes on Spotify, what they're looking for is a mood. They're looking to feel an emotion or to have an emotion they have gratified. Mm-hmm. And so just, there's a tangent. There's a big, long, fat, juicy.
I know what you mean though. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the truest. It's communication on a primal fucking level. And
it
so
really is.
When I hear that shit, it's easy for me to tell if something's like fucking coming out because there's shit like I love Primus, but the first album, like half the time, like if I'm not in the mood for it, I don't like it. I feel
the same way with that exact album too.
Yeah.
But when I do feel it, but I know it's that energy. I feel that fucking energy hit me, and if I'm in the right mood and it hits me, it just it like juices me up. Like a fucking battery, like I'm the Hulk, like getting fucking.
You turn green and everything.
I turn green, full of donkey semen. That's rotten.
That's what that looks like. As a matter of fact, we're gonna put a picture up on the screen right now of some donkey semen, so you guys can all see.
Okay, everyone, look right here.
It should look be right here. It should be right. There we go.
Put it on TV.
Open up real quick. Open up your mouth real quick so we can see the donkey semen. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's all up in there.
Okay, well, on that note, thank you, Boreas. Is there anything you'd like to plug upcoming besides September show?
Anything you want to say?
Nothing to advertise yet. We'll just advertise on our page, so
I just got a few things to say.
Oh boy,
what the fuck? What do you mean?
Go ahead.
Boy?
Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna start talking about race mixing. No.
Right. Shout out to the 20916. And another thing, if you're watching this and we have beef, please stay fucking mad. I'm not gonna give a shit.
Just say their names. Just say their names. I'll say their names if you don't want me to.
I'm not gonna.
If you don't want to, I don't
Come
know.
on.
Give me. Tell me who you're talking about, and I'll explain everything.
Guys.
And their address.
And their address, if I have it.
Okay, don't do that. Now I gotta edit the fucking.
Because I get Connor in trouble, so I mean we can't.
I don't want to fucking edit this.
That's true.
if you're watching this, you know who you are because
You know who you are.
You know exactly who you fucking are.
Bro's talking to the ops on the Boreas podcast.
Yeah, this is the Boreas podcast.
Boreas,
Podcast featuring Farrell.
Yeah.
This is the Tough Toenails, Chlorine.
I wish, bro. Fuck, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're never gonna see that again. So.
Okay, well, I'll see you guys hopefully within the next year.
Yeah, right. Thanks, man.
Maybe if you guys come back on, should be open. There you go.
Yeah, we're always gonna be down.
Yeah, we're down anytime.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This has been. Wait, here we go. There we go.
Thanks for watching and go fuck yourself.
There we go. Let's play us off real quick with some nice music.
Oh yeah.
Rock!
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, dude.
Show!
Dude.
Rock show! Remember,
Stay
Stay
low.
bring back rock!
And
Don't
also
be a fucking pussy.
give the blow to the donkey, and it
Suck
helps.
the donkey's fat load! And if you're my ops, stay mad. Stay mad, my ops.
Stay mad. Stay mad. Stay mad.
Stay mad. Die young.
Let me tell you something you're on